Avast and ahoy, ye salty scallywags and waggettes. I be Josh the Pirate of Game on Australia's Friday Night Eberron game, and there be Dragon's Fame, and this be Humblewood E05, mateys. Welcome back, and thanks to all of you who are joining us for our delightful table talk last week. 'Twas charming and lovely and inspiring and just nice. To me screen right be...
Hello, my name's Rachel Foucault, and I play Trish Caper, the mischievous raccoon who definitely doesn't want to steal everything you have in your pockets right now. When I'm not stealing from people, I do other creative things on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel Foucault, and I have a podcast called A Beginner's Guide to the Occult about a supernatural investigator who sucks at her job, and there's a new episode tomorrow, so listen to it.
Exciting. And to her screen right be...
That would be me, Big Viking Mitch. How you doing, everybody? I hope you've had a good week last week and a good week this coming week. Tonight, we'll be playing Nevermore once more, and we're going to be heading towards Aldaheart, and it's far more distinguished there, and far neater, and it'll be much more to my liking, and I look forward to it. So thank you.
And to his screen right be...
Hi, I'm Dan. Today I'm playing not murderer Helvig Dewpoint, and I just want to help my friends and try and keep it all together while doing so.
And if you'd be wanting to know more about Master Helvig, you could be checking out the Instagram, where he did a Instagram takeover of the R4 Damage page. You'll be checking that out. That'll be quite fun and interesting. You'll learn a little bit more about Helvig's backstory there. And lastly, but certainly not leastly too, Helvig's screen right be...
Hi, I'm AJ. Tonight I will be playing Jude Littlefoot! Yay! Jude is so happy to be here. Oh, it's so exciting.
That is true. Well, that'd be fine and groovy. Now, please, if you would be enjoying the show, don't forget to follow and subscribe. You can check us also out on Twitter, on the Instagramables, and of course on YouTube, where you can catch up on all previous episodes. And now, the astute among ye may have noticed a little bit of changes to the screen. You'll be noticing a hero bar underneath all of our faces there. And that is a much simplified system. So basically, the way it works is if you'd be donating to the channel at all, it goes straight into the hero bar, and every 25% it fills up, they be getting a hero coin that these fine adventurers can be spending to make my life more difficult, basically. Beyond that, you can also be still buying them their natural 20s and their bonuses and all of their heals and everything. There's many, many, many ways that you can really fuck with my plans. So that'll be great. You are very welcome to do any of those things. Anything else we've been needing there? Oh, yes, we've also changed up the Harrow bar. You may notice down the bottom. We've simplified a little bit because, honestly, it just wasn't dangerous enough. So you'll notice now it's at 72.3%, which is dangerously close to drawing a card from the deck of many things. Some interesting things can happen there. Now, yes, any happy presents that you give will be also contributing to the Harrow bar. Exciting times.
Ooh.
Yes, there's the balance. Oh, the balance. Well, mateys, may your muffins remain hidden where you stored them, and all your friends conveniently forget about you when you're wanted for theft as we set sail. The night passed pretty uneventfully, and I'll be wanting somebody to do a recap, I believe. Now, whose turn was it, I wonder? It's
Jude's turn. It's Jude's turn.
Never again.
I believe it's Jude's turn.
Your turn, Jude. Your turn.
Okay.
Take it away.
Story time. So, the adventure starts with a cabin and a dragon man called Barsan, and he is a paladin like me, and he sent us off to go and get items there was a frog, definitely frogs, and the tail of a lizard, and like a little planty thing, and we put one of his scales in muck, and we went to the pond where we were going to get the frogs, but I got eaten by a giant frog. But that wasn't very nice. And then Helvig saved me by murdering him. And then, what happened then? Then we went back to Busan's and he did a spooky spell. And we summoned a pink demon. I've never seen a demon before, but he was small, and then he got bigger, and then he attacked Helvig, which wasn't very nice, so we killed him as well. And then, we went back to the village, and I learned how to play an ocarina because I had one for like a minute, and then the guy, he put it in the fire, and then I didn't have it anymore. And then what happened? We went to a tavern, and we had food, and I had more muffins, and then we had a really good chit-chat where we learned a little more about each other before we went back on the road with Eliza, and then we did some singing and dancing and story time. And then we slept. Cash disappeared. And then I licked Nevermore's face and woke him up, and that is the story.
And
What a wonderful conclusion.
A very fine story. A few bits and pieces of information were sort of revealed during the chit chats at the tavern. One character mentioned their a bit of their backstory. Another mentioned a little bit of family history, and a third revealed their gender.
Yes, Judith is a girl.
So we don't have to worry about continually misgendering her anymore. Well, mateys, it is now the beginning of your second day on the road. You are traveling along. Now, yesterday you did describe to me the sort of the order in which you normally travel, but your party is now slightly smaller. Has that made any changes to the way you be traveling?
Gods no, I'm still at the back.
Yep, I assume that, yes. Jude is still leading, presumably?
9 safe belongs.
I would not have mentioned anything at all about the fact that there is somebody missing. I would have just gone about business as per usual.
In fact, the only person who, I don't know, would Helvig have made mention of it?
For not for the first 4 hours, then I go, something's not right.
And Eliza goes, yeah, I was wanting to ask about that. We are missing somebody, huh?
Is it just me, or
Am I
is there
crazy? Was there only one Mapach before?
Is there less Mapach noise in the air?
What are you guys on about? No.
Oh, okay. So we are just leaving. Okay, excellent.
Everything seems fine to me.
Are you sure? I'm at the back. Usually there's a vista of people and bodies, and there is a gap.
I'm sorry, I shall step a little over to the right. Is this fixing the problem?
Yeah,
Yes.
there was only ever one map patch. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It was always just me.
Yeah. I am filling the gap now.
When I hit some of that ale stuff, I saw 2 map patches too.
I actually do have a question. Do they know that Kesh was coming? Or were we just going to bring Kesh and be like, oh, also, here is this criminal?
Kesh, that was it. That was her name.
Yes.
No, she was she was here.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, serious business now. Do they know? Do you think they know?
I don't
Well,
think they did.
If they do know, we'll tell them the truth. That our prisoner escaped because she was very crafty and there was nothing we could do about it. Things happen on the road.
Yeah.
So you just don't bring it up until it's been brought up, and then that's the story.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Fine with
also,
me.
unless, they are casting, sending spells or something, there is no real way. And if they were going to be doing casting of sending spells, then why send you guys to send a message?
Then, if it is a problem, we can tell the story of the blind mouse.
Exactly.
Have you heard the story of the three blind?
No, but I do have a suspicion that I am about to.
There was three blind mice, and one of them saw two Mapachs,
But they're blind.
But then they were also blind.
This is good story. I am intrigued.
No, wait, I got it. So there were three. I think. No, three blind mice.
There was
Wait,
six
is
Mapachs.
this one of these metaphor things? They weren't actually blind, and the blindness were the friends that you met along the way.
No, one was half blind and mistook a Mapach for a different Mapach and accidentally let them go. Moral of the story, get your eyes checked and get monocles if you need them.
Good moral.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that one, Jude.
Wait,
No, I'm
this
leaving.
happen? Does this happen frequently enough that there's a story about losing
three.
map patches?
Oh, Mapachs go missing all the time.
Oh.
And Jabines have famously dicey vision.
Are we there yet? How close
no,
are we?
but so who is up the front? Who is up the front? Who are the two people at the front of the column?
Jude.
I'm walking with Jude.
Okay. I'm gonna have a perception check from Jude and Trish. And
Boys at the
Helvig,
back.
can I get get a straight wisdom save from you, please?
Please.
We are just chattering.
Yeah.
That you are. That you are. You two don't really notice anything. Helvig?
Oh. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
Here we go.
Wow.
Here we go.
Oops.
Okay.
Help!
Good. So, Nevermore, over the chattering of everybody else, you're like, are we there yet? And you put your hand to your head and just sort of try to focus through the inane dribble that's coming out of the mouth of all the others. And you hear something off to the side of the path that you're on. On the northern side of the path, you are heading east-west. Actually west-east. And to the north of the path that you are traveling along, you hear it's high-pitched laughter.
I'll hold my hand up. Halt, everyone, halt. Halt. I hear something off into the trees that direction. I'm not being casual about it. I'm stopping everybody pretty openly and looking in that direction.
Cool.
Do we see anything in the trees, or?
Make me a perception check, please, as well.
Absolutely.
It's like they all failed it so badly that the person who wasn't actively looking is the one who's...
Oh, nope.
Him neither. Okay. Yeah, you can't really see anything through the bushes. The high-pitched laughter is really quite faint. It's sort of sing-songy. You get that impression of it, but you can't make out the words. And
Can anybody else hear it now that I've raised it to their attention?
Yeah. Helvig, you do smell smoke. They can all probably hear it at this point. Eliza perks her ears up and says, "Yeah, I hear this."
Do you want me to...
She sniffs the air and says, "Oh, it's burning over there."
Should I sneak a little closer and see if I can see something?
I think that would be best.
Yeah, if you're wanting to do this, I will stay here with the cart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come a little bit closer, but we'll let you lead quite
Alright.
far in advance.
Rachel,
Alright.
give me a stealth check and roll better than everybody else has so far.
All right, stealth.
Hey,
Excellent.
there it is. I mean, you would almost struggle to roll worse with the +7. You stealth super good. You come to a clearing. You are sort of, I assume you don't go into the clearing. You sort of reach the trees at the edge of the clearing. Yeah, you can see three how to describe them? Imagine your stereotypical goblin, but red, and sort of, but made of magma.
Magma.
Liquid hot magma.
Liquid hot magma.
Well, that's not
Magma
good.
goblin.
Magma goblins.
I sneak back to the group and tell them it's not good, guys. They're like magma creatures.
They are dancing.
Well, like
They
a
don't
blob.
appear to be. There is no fire yet. There is a trio of dancing figures, small flames leaping from their limbs as they cavort chaotically, each apparently to their own tune. As they step, their footprints leave little scorched patches in the grass and leaf matter.
With the description that Trish gives, Arcana check perhaps to see if I can determine exactly what they might be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Studies.
18.
This description, I mean, you are relatively close to the Scorched Grove. You've definitely heard of elemental creatures in and around it. You've also your experiences with the slimes before. All of this sounds like this just reeks of magical entities before. Also, you met a demon relatively recently, so possibly they are fiends. You haven't heard of anything like this specifically. Goblins are very much a fantasy creature in this world. So the description of a goblin but made of magma is quite vivid in your mind, but doesn't really
Ring any bells?
It's not really a thing, as far as I can. But yeah,
Studies.
definitely can easily be inferred that these creatures would set fires by their very being.
Yes, Jude, what is it?
Should we put candles on our head and frolic with the magma people?
That does sound kind of fun, but I don't.
Yeah.
We don't need to hide from them, though. They don't know we're here.
Jude, can you make me a wisdom save, please? Yeah, carry on.
Should
have
we
Got
take
two
them out?
options, really. We've got two options. We can either leave them and just continue along, or we can take them out. I guess the concern with leaving them is that they are
We'll
going to
set the
set
forest
fires.
on fire?
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
So-
we're just assuming that because they're made of fire, they're going to set fires.
Jude, can you also make me a stealth check, please? In fact, can I get one from everybody? Except Rachel. Yours was already good.
Stealthy boy.
Oh, can I also draw the attention of the audience? Hashtag soft gap the mug.
Yeah.
Can confirm they hold coffee real good.
Thank you, Sirim.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sirim.
very much, Serum.
Thank you.
Stealth. Yeah, great. Amazing. So yeah, you guys continue sort of comparing notes on this.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Maybe one of us approaches them and asks if they're going to burn down the forest.
Jude will
And
go.
the others hide in the bushes. If they attack, we attack back. We spring forward and
Okay.
I like it.
Jude is there.
What?
Jude, that
Oh,
failed
no.
wisdom save. I was just going to sort of work in a way for it to have happened. Jude, as soon as Trish suggests maybe one of us goes in and sees about what they're wanting to do,
Yeah,
Jude goes.
Jude went. Yeah,
Jude
yeah, yeah.
went like
Yeah, goes.
straight away. It's a great idea. Jude is now dancing
God.
with the other three creatures. Jude, you can hear the song now.
Huh?
You can hear the song they're dancing to.
Okay.
It's got a real pounding bass rhythm to it, but it's still quite sort of it's a rave tune. And
Definitely Sandstorm.
Yeah.
It's
it is a pumped up version of the Thomas the Tank Engine theme tune.
What is it?
Dun, 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 dun,
Are they Okay, are we able to see Jude dancing with them?
Oh yes. Oh my yes.
Now, okay, first question,
Jude
how are
is
they
singing
reacting
fire,
to
man.
her? How are they reacting to her? And do
seem
they
to
react
have-
to us?
They seem to have welcomed her into the dance. Like one of them, they haven't touched her, but there was a lot of when she first went in. There was gesturing, and they're happy to have her there. And yeah, they're continuing to dance. It's like a rain dance, but there's no rain. Unfortunately, no fire either yet. You do definitely get the impression though that if these guys are left to continue dancing, fire will probably happen eventually. There is a little every now and whenever one of their feet touches the ground, when it leaves the ground again, a little bit of the ground is scorched, and it's only a matter of time until they set something alight.
Oh no.
Music is on point.
Jude,
Yes.
Jude, can you come over
Jude
here?
cannot hear you.
Oh.
Jude.
Is this how are we just gonna dance?
I don't think we should dance, Helvig. Can I make an Arcana check to see why she might not be reacting?
Yeah.
I have my suspicions.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, this is a bewitchment. This is she is charmed.
And how do I think we might be able to snap her out of that?
Interrupting the dance will probably be the way. The dance is probably generated by the 3 fire creatures.
I see.
I'm
Well
gonna
then,
change the map up so that we can have Jude on it.
sure.
Having so much fun.
This is how we're gonna spend the rest of the campaign. We're just gonna
Yeah,
dance.
just dancing till you. So yeah,
Just
you
everybody
guys feel
fails
free
their
to
wisdom
put
checks and they
yourselves
dance
on
for
that
eternity.
little map there. Jude, you are dancing around with the little fire people.
Well, the plan was to hide in bushes, and then we like spring on them.
My problem is I'm trying to keep a poker face. Good lord, Jude.
Helvig, can I get another wisdom save, please?
I'm scared.
And actually, I'll need one from Nevermore as well, because he's studying this quite cleverly. You would have advantage, however, Nevermore.
Thank you.
Wisdom saving throw. Bam.
Okay, good, yes. Helvig, you
Oh,
feel...
yeah, I did.
Yeah, you had advantage, so it's okay.
Sweet.
Just. So yeah, Helvig, you feel Nevermore. You struggle to actually draw. You're sort of studying them, and you struggle to draw your eyes away from the whole business. And you realize that there is a hypnosis is at work, basically. Helvig, you feel something at the pit of your stomach drawing you into the circle, but I think you're probably a little wary of it of late. Yeah, you dismissed the idea quite quickly. Reason asserts itself very quickly.
I think these things need to be distracted or something so we can get Jude out of here. Or would they need to be killed so they don't set fire to everything?
Do they look nice?
More killing. Ugh.
Oh,
I
I'm
do-
down. I don't like this. This seems suspicious.
What's their disposition like so far? They just having a grand old
They
time?
seem like they're having a great time. If anything, they seem happier since Jude started dancing.
I think this is a kidnapping. I'm ready.
They're not trying to take her away or anything. Helvig, can you make me an Arcana check
Okay.
on the subject of kidnapping?
Oh no.
I'm really loving AJ's commitment to this. The sooner you guys solve this, the sooner she can stop.
This is kind of
yeah.
fun.
You notice that they have the circle they are dancing around. Like what you would have first assumed was it was the circle that had been worn into the ground by their burning footprints. You actually notice a pattern forming as they caper around. This is very much only Helvig notices this. You feel like it forms not a specific circle or anything. It is a rune almost. You can see it, but only when you're looking. You look at it, you look away, and then you look back, and it's not there anymore. But you could swear you know what the rune. You could swear that there is a rune there.
Concern
But you
intensifies.
couldn't say what the rune was. With that
I
one.
know. I don't study weird letters. I scoot over back to. Yeah.
What's
I
going
scoot
on?
over back to. Never
We're going to
mind
kill
that.
them? What's going on? What's happening?
I don't
Can I
know.
also? I'm just going to ask Rachel. What are you doing at this point? What's Trish doing?
I'm mostly looking at the boys because they know more about this magic stuff than me, and I wanna get their perspective. Also, they seemed a bit funny before when they were studying things intensely, and I'm a bit concerned.
Yeah. Cool. I will get one more wisdom save from you, Rachel, but you will also have advantage.
Alrighty.
Did a really
Maybe-
good workout.
Should I just walk in there and maybe try to grab Jude, or should one of us, or...
Maybe
I mean,
I
that's a solution.
Nevermore.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but don't you think that's like when you look at it, sometimes it's like a letter. What do they call it? Rune or something?
A rune.
like
I
on
will
the
stand
ground.
there. I will stand there studying the movements to see if I can figure out what Helvig's talking about.
An Arcana check, please.
An Arcana check. Done. 18.
Yeah. It is a rune. It's definitely there's. This is an illusion brought on by by the movements of the creatures and the markings that they've left on the floor. The marks on the floor themselves are not a letter or a rune or anything. However, when they every now and again, all three of them have their feet lands at the same time in a synchronized manner. It doesn't seem deliberate, it seems completely randomized, but every now and again, all three of them, and then you notice actually all four of them, whenever all four of them stamp down simultaneously, there is a pulse in the ground, and it's almost like the pattern on the ground shifts very briefly and forms this rune. It is shaped like a stylized N, but with another sort of a capital N, but with a bar across the middle. It's like an H superimposed on an N.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Yes, what the actual fuck is going on here? I actually have no clue.
Do you think we could distract them and snap them out of whatever they're doing, and it'll help Jude not be stuck in whatever's going on?
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Can you all just be ready to jump in and save me if I get killed?
I'm so ready for that.
All right. I'm going to
yeah.
very slowly kind of move around behind Jude.
Jude, can you put yourself on the map? I know you're busy dancing, but
Multitasking.
is Jude on the
Right.
map?
Jude is not on the map.
Okay. Let's say that Jude is there, though.
Jude is there, yeah. I am observing the timing, and the next time they all tap down together, I'm going to grab Jude by the collar or the puffy hood that she's
Ooh.
wearing and
Yeah,
yank her back
Yeah, sure. Okay.
at that exact moment.
exact moment. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Then I will need another wisdom save, please, Nevermore. You will have advantage.
Sure.
And then probably a grapple check.
17.
Yeah, you are fine. You feel, you notice the rune pulses, and you hear in your mind a single a shout, a very loud shout that interrupts the music. That all of a sudden, as when you after the shout, okay, so the shout says the word "Fora," and then after that, you can hear the music. However, I need a grapple check, please. And Jude, can I get an athletics check?
Yes.
So grapple check's just an athletics check for me,
Yeah,
isn't it?
an athletics from you as well.
You know what? I've got them. Might as well use them. I'm going to use my nat 20.
Boom!
Oh, he's
shit.
doing it.
Why
Yeah,
not?
you grapple Jude away, and yeah, you almost lift Jude out of the circle, and
Dance with me.
Jude, can you make me another wisdom save, please?
Mm-hmm.
Please be more successful.
Same
this time.
number.
Jude is still out of it, very much sort of never more dance with me.
Never more dance with me.
However,
I
she
am
doesn't
going to try and...
resist. However, she doesn't resist as you pick her up and carry her away.
Okay.
It's
Now
Can still
I'm
dance without my
making
feet.
sure that I'm keeping hold of her until the next synchronized tapping of the ground,
Oh,
and I'm trying to keep her off the ground a little bit as well.
the
Ooh.
circle, actually, the Magmins, they don't seem to react necessarily, but they do maneuver around you. They are now basically orbiting you and Jude.
Never more dance with me.
You can definitely hear the music. You can see the synchronicity of their movements. You can see how they're all
I'm trapped, everybody. I'm trapped. I don't like this idea anymore.
Never more. Can you feel it? Can you feel the beat
Hey,
of
look
the
at Trish.
music?
Helvig, does he need saving? Is this the
Nevermore.
signal?
Can I get one more wisdom save, please?
Sure.
Ooh.
Yes.
We should save him, yeah? Yeah?
I'm just gonna make executive decision. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna fire an arrow at the closest one.
Oh, it's good. All right, Nevermore. You will have disadvantage on the rolling initiative. When initiative is rolled, these two will get a surprise round.
Sure.
Yeah. So you two get a surprise round.
Excellent.
Rachel, you presumably Trish fires an arrow.
I sure do.
At which one?
The one that is closest to where I am.
Okay.
So.
This one here.
Yes.
Very well. Make an arrow attack. Yeah, it misses, unfortunately. It sails
also.
over the thing's head. The thing does not appear to notice it at all.
Oh, well, that's good.
Helvig, what do you do?
I will fire an eldritch blast, firefly blast,
Sure, you do
Firefly.
that. At the same one?
at the same guy.
Yeah. Love it.
Oh, please.
Yes, never more dance
Bam.
with me.
Oh, damn it.
12?
That is also a miss.
Dang. Okay. We're
but
so flustered, like, ah!
Helvig, can you make me a perception check, please?
Yep.
Just a quick shout out as well to Pavlova Face and to Nerds of the West for the raids. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
for the raid.
Nerds of the West! Finger guns for Nerds of the West. Pew, 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 pew.
Boop, 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 boop,
And
boop, boop.
Pavlova Face. Guys, welcome to Humblewood. Nice to have you here. We are having a psychedelic, trippy rave with a whole, with a trio of maddened little fire goblins made of liquid hot magma. And we've just had a surprise round that was extremely effective. Helvig, yeah, you notice as your Eldritch Blast sails over this thing's right shoulder, it seems to swell a little bit. A few of the fireflies sort of get sucked into it. And it appears to grow a little bit. Like
Come
this one
dance with Jude.
It's probably not perceptible to anybody else, but you notice it. All right, roll initiative, ladies and gents.
Jude too?
Yes, please, Jude.
Hello.
for a very good reason.
Do. Ooh.
This one.
I want to dance.
With
Jude
somebody.
rolled a really high initiative, but you were just dancing.
Real fast dancing.
Do.
So we got a 17 from Nevermore, excellent. A 20 from Jude, a 14 from Helvig.
Let the chat to know how long Jude has been dancing for.
It's been, I think, like more than 5 minutes.
Been a while.
It's been
Um,
some time, yes.
I need and
It's
then
been
19
3 days
for
since you
Trish.
laughed at me.
Yeah, cool. So top of the order is the one that Jude is functionally next to. But nothing negative has happened yet, so G is not going to do anything about it. Jude, can I get a wisdom save on your turn?
Yes.
As Nevermore is presumably trying to Jude, step out, stop dancing.
12.
Sorry, it's not enough. So you are Nevermore. You are holding a squirming Jude. Trish, it is your turn.
I'm gonna fire another arrow. This time, I'm gonna fire at the one closest to Jude.
Very well. You do that. Once again, it misses.
Oh.
This is gonna be a night.
Nevermore. Unless Trish, you want to do anything else? You have cunning actions now, but I don't think any of them are appropriate.
Doesn't quite work here, no.
No. All right. Nevermore. What do you do?
Nevermore is going to let go of Jude. Realizing that Jude is not snapping out of it, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Up to here. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to slap the top of my book and flick 3 feathers towards them, casting it.
I have an
magic missile.
important question. How do you put Jude down or do you drop Jude?
I just let go of Jude.
Jude, can I get a dex save?
Yes.
Do as badly as you've been. No, you're great. You land on your feet and continue dancing.
Yes.
And
Jude is
I
a really
will
good
cast-
dancer.
Jude is
I will
amazing.
cast a magic missile.
Yeah, one at each one.
And yes, 1 at each. Thank you. For
Sure.
wow, a whopping 2 points of force damage to each of them. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Okay, two each one. And they each one gets hit for 2 damage. Yeah, you do that, and all of a sudden you hear the music stop in your head. The music ceases. Except that the only person who seems to be able to still hear the music is Jude.
Oh,
Wow.
The
And
music stopped.
and it's now this one's turn. It is now Ix's turn, and Ix stops dancing. All 3 do, but Ix is the first one who actually gets to have a go, and he stops dancing and looks at you and hisses, and is going to basically move. He's going to run at you. Let's just check that range. 4 to 35 feet. How lucky. So he uses his whole action and movement to get to you. And he is hissing at you and sort of looks like he's about to attack you.
Is Jude still
Drooling
dancing?
magma.
Jude is still dancing. Jude will get another chance to stop dancing on her next turn. Next is
Cursed
Helvig.
Oh no. Who did I? Oh right, it was this guy who I fired on and got
Yeah.
a little bit bigger.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, my crossbow.
Oh. Crossbow.
And I aim towards the one that's gonna harry Nevermore. The one next to
Go.
him.
Very well. Shoot him.
Get away! Get away! Oh,
Shoot her.
9!
Shoot her! Nope.
I
You're
will-
having the worst luck today.
And then I'm just gonna, while still maybe tears are clouding my vision, I run closer.
Come and
Yeah.
dance with you.
Wow. Okay, so you move up.
Yeah.
Very well.
That's it.
Yeah. This. So next is 10. And 10 is going to move over to you and is going to try and touch you. But I'm
Let
going
us
to
take
assume
the
you're not
touch.
up for being touched. So this one, it doesn't seem aggressive at all. This one comes over to you and it's still got a sort of a janky, dancey style movement as it sort of jumbles its way over. Yeah, I'm really good at those verbs. It jumbles its way over to you. Bumbles and jumps is what I was combining there.
Flollops was my
Flollops.
favorite.
No, it doesn't flollop. Don't be silly. And it tries to hold your face. Like, hey, man. It looks a little bit like someone who's had a couple of hallucinogenic substances and is just super stoked to see you. It's like, hey, dude, good to see you. Come and dance.
Nope.
But it doesn't successfully touch you because you're like, no. You
Nope.
know
I'm also
know
dancing.
that.
Like nope.
We go back around the top of the order. It's G. And G is going to. No one's attacked G. Oh, no, actually, someone's attacked G. So G is also going to dash at Nevermore, hissing in a similar fashion, and is going to try to touch Nevermore. 22.
Touched me.
For the very first time. 7 damage. 7 damage plus 3 fire damage.
Oh, shit. Damage.
Nevermore.
And Nevermore, can you roll me a dex save?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're wearing robes, which are, broadly speaking, flammable.
9.
Yeah, I'm going to say your robes are on fire, I'm afraid.
Shit, I'm on fire.
Jude, make me a wisdom save.
Yes. 9.
No, you've just been dropped, so you do have advantage, and you
Oh.
snap the fuck out of it.
When was I dropped?
Nevermore
yeah.
dropped you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you landed, you continued to dance, but now it's most of the, everybody there that was generating the music is now out of it. Is now sort of recovered themselves. That is, you're not going to get a turn here, I'm afraid. But next turn you are sort of, you can still hear the music, but you don't feel compelled to dance.
Now you can also hear the screams of "I'm on fire!"
Trish.
Well, I am getting very frustrated by every arrow from everyone missing. So I am going to run on up here and flank this little goblin and slash at his fat goblin belly with my short sword.
You do that. You hit.
Hell yeah, I hit.
You definitely have sneak attack as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 9.
Nice.
That's 11. That's okay. Can I get dex saves from? It will be Trish and Helvig.
Ah!
No.
It dies, and as it dies, it explodes into fiery streams of magma. And Trish, I guess you probably expect this because you're like, not today, motherfucker, and you do not get burnt at all. But Helvig, I'm gonna roll the 2d6s to see how badly you get burnt. You take 8 damage.
I kind of just
Hoping
look
for
on
less.
as magma falls from the sky. I'm like, ah.
You take 8 burning fire damage. Actually, sorry,
Yes.
for you it would be halved. You take 4.
Oh, I'll take it.
The reason
it.
is some of it is not magma; it's fireflies.
Ah,
And they
they're
just sort
coming
of
back to me.
fly back into you. Yeah. Nevermore.
I am going to.
You are on fire.
I am on fire now. Father didn't have any rules about this. I am going to.
Drop and roll.
I am going to. I'm freaking out. I'm just going to move away.
Sure. You disengaging?
Nope, just moving.
Jolly good. You gonna get touched.
Weird.
Touch me.
Touch you. 16.
Satisfaction.
I chuck shield up as I go.
It's probably a good idea.
So my AC is
Power of
now
16.
going to be 19.
Plenty. Yeah. Pair of 8, a pair of 16s would have been good, but no. Probably for the best.
So that's my move is
Yes.
to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to spend my action.
Putting the fire out. Yeah. You are no longer on fire.
Yep. And then I'll probably so I was here. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
There.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh God.
These two are both Ix. It's Ix's turn. Ix is going to come around Helvig and attack and try to touch Trish.
How dare he?
Whoa.
14.
What am I rolling?
Does a 14 beat your AC?
My AC is
Yeah.
14.
Equals beats.
Ah,
8 fire damage.
how dare you?
And you're also can I get a dex save, please?
Ah,
Such anger.
missing. It's bothering me. Ah,
No.
You are also on fire a bit.
ah.
So at
Heck.
the end of your turn, you will be on fire, and you will
Probably don't enjoy
take
it.
3 fire damage if you don't put it
Super.
out. Well, you take 1d6 fire damage. I will roll it. All right, Helvig. These things aren't being aggressive to you in the same manner that they are to everybody else. But they haven't yet. They're not being aggressive to Jude either.
Oh.
And you haven't heard any of them yet. Is also worthy to note. In fact, they've only attacked people who attacked them.
Were they like? Did they? Never mind. What am I asking? Stab.
Yeah, good. You do that. What are you stabbing with?
With my dagger.
Okay, you stab him with your dagger. Make a dagger attack.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, you crit. You're attacking Ix.
Yeah,
This
the
one
one right.
here. Yeah. It
Classic
dies.
Helvig.
You hit it and it explodes. Once again,
Wait.
it explodes.
Can I do like a full body tackle and then flop on, like jump on the grenade?
I will allow a dex save here for this. A successful one means you will take all the fire damage and Trish won't. Is that what you're aiming for?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Very kind of you.
Oh my god.
You succeed. You take all the fire damage. All 2d6 fire damage. So Trish
Don't roll
doesn't
max,
even,
Josh, please.
Trish doesn't
anything.
even need to worry. That's a standard 7 fire damage.
Oh.
Which you take, you actually do take the lot of, though, this time around.
Yes, that's fine.
Helvig,
And
what?
you are now lying on the ground, prone,
Yep.
in front of Trish. However, you still have half your movement. Well, you still got all of your movement left because you didn't move, so you could get back up.
I'm gonna get back up. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to heal myself. Healing lights. For 5. Oh.
All right. You restore 5 hit points for yourself.
Oh.
We go back to the top of the order. G is going to come around and is going to continue trying to attack Nevermore. and it is going to touch you, Nevermore, for 15.
No, it's not going to hit me because the shield should still be active.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shield's
so your
active to
turn
the
yet.
start of your next turn,
Next
I think
turn,
it is.
yeah.
Or the end of your next turn or whatever. So
It's start of next
Yeah,
turn.
start of
Yeah.
next turn, so yeah.
Yeah. No, it does not hit you. And it's really quite angry, particularly with you at this point. Jude, you can see your friends are in trouble, and a couple of them are quite badly hurt, and one of them's on fire.
What? I was just
such
having a dance party. I will step.
You can still hear the music too.
And then I am still dancing. But I will dance fight.
Dance fight.
I will move closer to the thingy. How close can I get?
Let's just see. You can get to there quite easily.
Yes.
Dance fight just reminds me of like a dance off in like a high school musical.
Yeah.
It is
Throw
like
down.
that, but worse. So I have my short sword, and I will like sword dance and stab him.
Very well. You do that.
Mm.
Make a sword attack.
14.
Ooh. Equals beats. That is success. For
6 damage.
6 damage. It reels back and looks at you just a little bit betrayed, Jude. Like, mate, we were dancing and stuff. What? Why did you?
Yeah,
What?
but you stabbed my friends and you put one on
I
fire.
didn't stab
so
him. I just set him
Okay.
on fire a little bit. He could be like us, all fiery and dancing.
I'm not fiery. I'm still dancing.
You're very fiery. Look at how you're dancing. Trish, your turn. He doesn't have this conversation.
You're talking to herself.
Yeah.
I
You
am
actually, dude, you can hear the sort of the dude, what? You can't hear the words, but you do get the general impression that he's like, what?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I get it.
Trish.
I'm on your level.
so mad that I ignore the fact that I'm on fire and slash at this goblin's stupid face with my short sword.
You do that. You again. Oh, no.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to roll on the floor and try and not be on fire, though. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Make a dex save.
Where are we? Dexterity.
Yeah, you put the fire.
Hell yeah.
Good. Yeah. Nevermore. There is an angry fire goblin in front of you, trying to touch your face. You are muted, Mitch.
Sorry. I'm going to. You know what? Bugger it. I'm going to move again. So I'm going to risk another attack of opportunity. Go
Okay.
for it. Hit
Dude
the
has
14.
hiccups.
14 is my AC.
18. I will
18, that'll
be
hit
using my I will be using my advantage as well. I was bought
Okay.
this ages ago. I keep forgetting I've got it, but I will be definitely using my DM's advantage on this. So it's a 23.
That's going to hit.
For 9 fire damage.
And I'm down.
Blah.
I'm burning.
It touches it as Nevermore tries to leave. It reaches out and touches him, and flames wreath his form. And it seems to grow. Careful with your beard there, mate.
I know. I'm quite conscious of that. Just like light my beard on fire.
Like the two
as
main
the
character.
flames, as the flames around Nevermore grow, it seems to grow with the flames.
Dude.
It becomes probably, I don't know, a couple of feet taller at least. Let's say a size class taller.
Dude, you set my friend on fire?
Helvig, and he's like, he was just not dancing, man. It's still dancing as well. Helvig, your turn.
I'm mad at you, but like...
I
like
stand
me.
up. I didn't do that last turn.
Hey?
I stand up.
Oh, that was hot. Unsurprisingly.
I
Ow.
did that last turn. So I have half my movement.
Yeah.
It's 2 squares.
Julio's
3, I
just
think, but
in
yeah.
the wind.
So I have 25 feet.
Oh, yeah. I'd say 3. Fine with
Okay.
3.
I
You
thought you
could've
only
gone
had
up
2.
Oh no.
I thought you only had 2 feet.
Oh no.
It could be. I'm happy to have said he got up last turn, to be honest.
Okay, I'll do that. Cause boy, do I need to save this boy.
Yeah.
I go paramedic mode and run over. Heal wounds.
Love it. Yeah, roll me some dice.
Hey. At first level, please.
6 healing damage. Nevermore, the flames are extinguished by the healing light that comes out of... Can you describe the spell for me, Helvig? I don't know if you actually ever cast Cure Wounds before.
Oh, like I would prepping, like they would prep an whatever it is to I don't know. I rub my hands together, and as I do, some fireflies come out and gather around the hands, and then I just go clear, and they all go in his body and give him the good feels. Vibes. And they all come back out through his mouth, but they don't stop his breathing or anything.
Yeah, no. If anything, they restart his breathing because he was a lot like on fire and unconscious. That was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Nevermore's lying in a sort of peaceful repose as his body burns, and his beak opens and a few fireflies come out as he sort of sits bolt upright and the fire comes out of his mouth.
Stay with me, Bam. Stay with me. Come on.
Oh, Helvig! Oh! Ah!
They were still.
Oh, okay.
Don't look behind me.
Great job. It is now G's turn. G is angry. But seems now pretty intent on Jude, actually. Jude, he feels betrayed by you.
No, stop it.
It is now going to try to touch Jude. I do need to make a small modification to the sheet, however, before I roll this.
What does Jude need to do?
No, worry. You don't need to do anything.
I'm dancing then. With swords. I'm dancing with swords.
That's extremely dangerous, Jude.
Graceful and terrifying.
It tries to grab you, but because of your sinuous dancing movements, it fails to touch you, Jude, as you fend it off with your blades. And now it's Jude's turn.
I stab.
Make a stab attack, please.
I would like to stab with a spell.
Ooh. What
Oh.
manner of spell are you going to do?
I'm going to do wrathful spite.
Wrathful Smite. Very well. As part of your attack action, as part of your spell, you make the attack action. So make the attack action.
Smack them.
Like that on the
Yeah,
floor.
smack with a sword. Or whatever.
Did I do that correctly?
You also need to make the attack.
With the sword?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It unfortunately misses.
Mm.
The giant magman is dancing as well, and he dances nimbly out of the way of your sword, which
The
does
slot's
glow.
not used, is it? The slot's
I-
not used if it doesn't hit?
No, the slot is expended regardless.
Oh, shit.
No, but it
Brutal.
stays up, right? Until
It stays up until the first one that hits, I think.
Yeah, she hasn't wasted a spell. But like,
Okay, cool. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I believe that's the way it works. However, that would be Jude's turn because the casting is a bonus action. So it would be Trish. There is an angry fire goblin. He's pretty big now. He towers over you. He's at least a couple of feet taller than you.
Well, I'm angry too. And I say, pick on someone your own size, you stupid fiery jerk. And I slash at his eyes.
It's worth noting you were lying on
God.
the floor, but you were on the ground. So I presume you get up.
I get up and I slash at his eyes.
You do that. Yeah, make me roll me the damage.
Do I? Is there
Yeah.
a flank situation?
You do.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah. You do 10 points of fire damage. And you know what he does?
What does he do?
He explodes.
Ah!
I was
Um,
really hoping.
And I get everyone to make me dex saves. Nevermore is lying on the ground, so unfortunately Nevermore does it with a disadvantage.
No.
Natural 20.
Oh man, I want
All that dancing, it's made you nimble.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's not a natural 20, it's an unnatural one, but it's still pretty good.
Oh, I can.
Nevermore
yes,
gets a
yes.
7, so that's
the
a
dirtiest 20.
The 15 is fine. And the dex save, yeah, so Nevermore, you catch on fire again.
No!
Oh, thank you, Helvig.
He takes a further 9 points of fire damage.
I just tortured him!
Oh, wow. Thank you very much, our lovely audience. I now have 2 advantages.
Why?
Wait, was one of them was used? One of them was used before. So did you just get
I've
another
just been given
2?
2 new ones.
Two
Wait.
new ones?
Is he dead? Because I.
He is unconscious and badly burnt.
Ah!
And on his turn, which it is now, he will make a death save.
How close, Mark? Give me a second. Let me
Am I
get
still
my
with-
damage. How do I do the saves on this? There.
In the middle.
Is that gonna work? There we go.
He succeeds his first death save.
Oh,
However, you are now
Wonderful.
not in combat, so anybody who wants to can try to help him.
Am I still
wounds.
dancing?
You,
Hang on.
AJ, Jude has stopped hearing the music, and we have basically exactly the same thing happens again. And I really enjoyed. Dan, can I have that soundbite again? Because I just loved it so much.
Well, me saying, wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
As Big Viking Mitch wakes up again, as Nevermore wakes up again, regurgitating a full stream of. Oh, this is better. This one's good. You regurgitate a full stream of fireflies this time. They pour out of your beak, and your eyes snap awake. And a good 2 handfuls of feathers sort of fall off you as you come out of it again a second time. You have been very badly burnt.
Give him a hug.
my feathers, they're perfect and they're ruined. Fucking fire. Why did you go? I know why you were dancing. I was just gonna hop up and just kind of stomp around my feet.
No,
like,
I hug him.
impotently.
I hug him.
Helvig, make an athletics. Can I get you both to make athletics checks, please?
Dude just takes a step back, puts his swords away, and stands next to Trish.
You just gotta let him work this out, I think, Jude. Don't. He's just gotta get it out of his system.
That's a dirty one.
Dirty one. Yeah, Nevermore, you managed to free yourself from the adoring, loving hands of Helvig.
And I'm just going to begin constantly casting mending, casting prestidigitation, and just cleaning myself in to the nth degree.
You can restore your clothing. Absolutely. Your feathers and your physical form, however, are not as easily mended. You can clean yourself. You're no longer ashy, but you are not the handsome Corvum you were when you woke up this morning, or shortly after you woke up this morning.
Fucking nightmare this is.
Nevermore.
Look at me.
The ruffled look isn't so bad, you know. Chicks dig battle damage. It makes you look like fun stuff. It's exciting.
Do I have a hood on my? Do I have a hood for my cloak? Damn it! Yeah, sure. I'll put I'll put it up like over my head, and I'm just gonna just be the beak coming out. I'm hideous.
They look really mysterious.
I'm hideous. Don't look at me.
Nevermore.
What?
I'm sorry that I went dancing.
It's not your fault, Jude. It's magic.
You will grow your feathers back,
I fucking better.
right? That's how birds work.
Sure.
It is.
Whatever.
Helvig,
A
can I
shit
get
day
you?
is this, waking up and fucking being on fire and thing.
So Trish, can I get you to make a perception check and Helvig to make an Arcana check, as you're the
Okay.
two who are less involved in this conversation?
No.
That's the worst it's gotten. Yeah, haven't actually taken one of you out yet. The squishy wizard.
Not on my watch, Josh.
I wasn't expecting to kill him. So
Just
Trish, you
terrify
notice
him.
there are the where the blasts of these things died. There is small fires.
Oh
So
no.
you can, I presume, you put them out.
Yeah, I stomp on him.
Helvig,
You'd help.
you notice, Helvig, the once they've done that, looking at the patches where that was, you can see the rune in the ground, in the dirt.
Since Nevermore seems busy and he wasn't really
Yes, busy.
in a hugging mood, I'm just gonna walk over to the room.
Anything?
I wander over.
What do you want to do?
Just, I don't think I know what it is, so I just really look at it and remember.
Make me a wisdom save. It's not necessarily bad. It's really just, I use saves to determine how people react to situations. Oh, nailed it.
23.
23 or 24. I get to pick. I'm gonna say, given that you got a 19 and a half on the dice there, this you can hear the same word. You hear Furus in your mind, and it doesn't move. I want to be clear, but you can see that it's dancing. The rune on the floor, and very briefly you can hear
Like
that
a
same.
weird after image.
Yeah, it's not moving, but it clearly is moving. It's the only way I can express it.
Okay.
And you can hear that same. You can hear the rhythm that they were dancing to, in your mind, very briefly, but it's there. You do not in any way feel compelled to dance.
I don't think I have paper.
This is the worst day ever.
I'll just let Nevermore vent in the background as I pull out my shovel, and I'll just deface it.
Sure.
Are we building sand castles?
Can I get this?
We're digging graves. I mean, what?
Oh.
This isn't a wisdom save. It would be a wisdom check.
5.
Yeah, you're trying to deface all three. You notice that the patterns that form the runes are all different. And when you approach, but they all form the same rune. And when you approach with your shovel to try and deface them, it's not possible. Everything you do to the dirt actually just makes the rune clearer. Like every time you scoop something aside, the reshaped dirt forms that same rune more in your mind.
Okay, I'll just progressively get more and more annoyed, and I go in this feedback loop of trying to dig
Sure.
it up.
Can I have
But
another
not
wisdom
really.
wisdom check, please? Hi, gang. Who's
It's a 9.
better than the 5? Yeah, you. One of the ones, the last one, the biggest one on the floor. You now, when you're doing this, you actually feel like you hear that voice once more, and you realize you've carved a second rune, a different rune, in with the first. And you hear Furusra. And that second syllable, that Ra, is new. And you realize that you can see that original rune, but now there is a second.
Usruda?
Helvig, why are you stabbing the dirt?
I thought I fixed it. I think I made it worse.
What do you mean you fixed it?
I don't think it should be here. It's making people dance and maybe explode into fire.
All right, pity party's over. What's happening? What are you doing, Helvig? Show me what you're messing with on the ground.
Do I see what's on the ground?
Yeah.
Make me a wisdom check, please, Jude.
Wisdom check.
Arcana
Anybody who wants to look, it is wisdom, unfortunately, at this point.
It's wisdom.
Yeah, I want to look.
I've
Nope.
thrown down the shovel.
I'm way too upset.
No.
Yeah. No one else can really see it. Jude, you would have advantage, I suppose, because you heard the music. Yeah, Jude, you hear the same words in your head. You hear this Furusra when you see the pattern on the ground. But it doesn't mean anything to you.
Do you think it's asking for food?
Helvig, make me an Arcana check on that. Or a wisdom check, if that's better.
Is better.
Yeah, make the wisdom check then.
10.
So you were just trying to rub it out with your feet, were you? Is that what you were doing?
No,
What was
with
going
my
on?
shovel.
With your shovel. Okay.
When Jude says, do you think it's asking for food? It occurs to you that if you lit a fire on this spot, something might happen.
I'm gonna put 5 of my torches. Just scatter them on the spot.
Sure. As in lit?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Can I light things with Druidcraft? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Can
I
anyone
can
light
press
my
I
torches?
can light them. I can light them. Prestidigitation, 10 feet away.
Yeah?
Okay.
If you need me to light them for you.
Yes, please. But can we not stand near it first?
Oh yes. Well, get away. Yes. I will step my 10 feet away, and the moment the spell goes off, I'll back up because I'm freaking out a little bit about the whole fire situation right now.
Yeah. I mean, perfectly sensible thing to do. Love this experiment. Let's just get everybody in the right spots. Nevermore, are you going into the trees or are you going into the center of the clearing?
Apologies.
It is happening here.
It's happening there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the big one died. So it's happening where the big one died.
Okay, I'll back into the clearing as opposed to underneath the canopies of flammable trees.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
stand in front of Nevermore in relation to it because it's my idea and I don't want it to
Okay.
get hurt.
So
Stand behind Nevermore and I hold Trish's hand.
lovely. So you you light the fires. The torches very quickly go up. A serious circle of 5 of them. Can I get wisdom saves from all of you, please?
We all go back to dance.
Again, I want to stress this isn't necessarily bad. It's just I want to see how everybody works, like what everybody does with this. Yeah, you all hear the music. You all hear the music that Jude heard before. But now deeply beneath it is this chanting, Furus Ra, Furus Ra, Furus Ra, and into existence pops another one of the little fire goblins, and it's dancing.
I regret everything.
I'm going to use my last spell slot to instantly cast Magic Missile at it.
Do it. This will initiate combat, but let's see how much damage you do.
So that's 12 points of damage.
It explodes. And Nevermore, that's max damage, and I think that's appropriate. Nevermore just goes, and it just explodes. It rains down fire around itself. It starts several small fires in the foliage because it was in the foliage. But yeah, it disappears again.
Fucking fiery little bastard.
And the music remains in your heads.
I'm gonna
Just a little
walk
while.
up. Sadly, I'm gonna walk up and smack the fires with my shovel.
Any thoughts, Trish?
Perhaps we shouldn't be lighting fires in the forest when there's trees.
Do you want to put them out?
I think we should just leave. Maybe we should put a sign that says, "Don't go near here, or you dance till you die."
Or just
Sounds like
don't
a
light
good plan.
fires in runes that you don't understand.
It
That
was
too,
for
yes.
science.
It's a valid, interesting thing to find out. I was fascinated. I didn't know what happened.
Can I scrounge craft up a sign from the stuff around me?
You definitely can do that.
Excellent. I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna say, "Weird spot. Beware."
Weird spot, beware.
Beware.
I think
Oh.
You
no
do
one's
that.
gonna listen to that.
I do.
Sorry, what was that, Jude?
I think that will make people want to investigate the weird spot. If
I
I
agree.
saw a sign that said the weird spot, I'd be like, "Ooh, that's a weird spot. I want to find out why it's weird."
But they'll investigate with caution.
But
Because I said beware.
we investigated with caution and we set it on fire and then a demon came, so
Well, if
Point
I were
made.
to see a spot that said "Don't go here," I'm going there.
Yeah.
What if
You
we
know,
said
it's fine.
instant
It's different.
death? I would
Oh! What if you say?
Death.
What if you say? Okay, hear me out. What if you say instant debt?
Oh, they'll steer clear then.
I don't get it, but okay.
I'd
Okay.
stay away from that.
I'm making the sign, so the sign is gonna say
It is your sign.
Instant dead.
"Weird spot, beware, maybe death, definitely dancing."
I would check the fuck out of that place.
Me too.
But at least you'd check it out with all the facts.
And caution. Yeah, cool. Maybe say no fires. Fires seem
Avoid
to be
fires, yes,
Avoid
yes.
fires.
That's a lot for a sign.
Don't light any fires here. It's a big sign.
It's a big sign, yeah. Small letters.
It's like a happy birthday card where you start with like a really big happy, but then it's like a really small birthday.
The beware is huge, but then the dancing
Beware!
is very small.
All the things, very small. Don't light fires. Maybe dancing. Do you do anything else before you leave this accursed grove?
I would like to have a little prayer time with Gaspard.
Sure.
Gaspard, sir? It was a really fun dancing spot, but also my friends were burning alive. So, could you bless this place? And in return, I will sing a song so that no one gets hurt.
AJ, roll me a D100.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You do that.
Do I
Oh.
sing? Do I?
You definitely sing.
Oh, okay. Bless this spot on which I danced and made some friends with some magma. Bless this spot so no one dies here, so my friends don't burn alive again.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. You can you roll me that 100 one more time?
Yes.
Helvig.
Yep.
Make me a wisdom check.
Okay. Wisdom check. 4.
Sure.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, it worked. AJ, as far as you can tell, Gaspard heard your plea, and he blessed the place, and it's probably fine now.
Onward.
I mean, what else are we going to do, I guess?
Nevermore,
I
can
wonder
you
if
make me an
Eliza's
Arcana
okay.
check?
Nevermore will make you an Arcana check. Of 19.
Yeah. I feel like Nevermore would not mention this to anybody, but he is welcome to if you think he would. The rune is still very much present in the place where you blasted away the demon a second time.
Yeah.
You notice it on the ground; it's still there. And then when you look at the sign that Rachel is making, or that Trish is making, you can see it in several of the patterns within the. She's using like a liana or a vine to form the letters, and the vine, several of the points within that very complicated thing she's doing, form the same rune.
Well, a job
Oh.
well done.
Look, there's... We obviously haven't handled this 100% appropriately in terms of doing everything we can. We've done everything we can. Let's just continue on and maybe let somebody in Aldaheart know that there's a magical trap out here in the wilderness.
Yeah, what else are we gonna do? As I like,
Yeah, I mean,
put
like,
my
what
hands
else are
up
we going
and
to
have my
do?
shovel in one hand, like, nah.
We left a sign.
So, yeah, you did. You did. Good job. Good job with the sign as well.
Thank you. Before we leave, I don't suppose anyone has some spare healing spells, because I took a hit, gentlemen. Or we could have a sit down and eat some muffins. And
I'd
just
like to sit down.
sit
I think we'll
down.
probably have a short rest, to be honest, when we get back to the caravan and
Yeah.
inform Eliza, have a quick little bit of food, and then we'll continue on.
That
I
Yeah.
sounds
hope you
good.
can
I'm starving.
Okay,
I hope you can
it's
start dancing.
the matter of a couple of minutes to get back to Eliza's cart. Yeah, great. We will. You get back, and she goes. So, what was it?
I had the dance party.
Oh, how lovely!
Yeah.
Was there some people having drinks? Why didn't you come get me? I would have loved this.
No, you would not have. And I'll pull my hood back and show the burnt feathers.
Oh, my good.
Yes.
Are you all right?
No, I'm not.
believe I believe I have a poultice here. It doesn't really have any curative property, but it brings down the welts and you've got several nasty burn marks, and it definitely soothes the pain even if it doesn't necessarily heal you at all. She's just like, my goodness, this is awful. You all
Well,
right?
thank you. I appreciate the help, the patch up. I don't really like fire anymore.
Well, no, of course not. This is so. What was it exactly?
These little fire creatures dancing around in the trees, and then Jude got caught up dancing as well. And
When
we tried to save Jude, and then we tried to attack them, and then they exploded and set things on fire. And there's a trap out there, and there's nothing we can do about it. So that's pretty cool.
I had a really good time, if that matters.
Oh,
It matters.
It's. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I am glad that you had good time. Well, it sounds like you prevented fires being lit, so this is good. Good
Yep.
job.
Nothing but preventing fires being lit.
And yeah,
Just a very quick question to you, Josh.
yeah.
The clearing that they were dancing in, is that visible from where Eliza was, or not at all?
No, not really. The forest is quite thick, and it's
Okay,
relatively
and
flat
we're
terrain.
on a path, right? We're on a pretty defined path. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywhere that it looks like there's a clearing ahead, or if I recall with my memory, one behind us near the road.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should make it appealing to other people to potentially use that as a resting area. Then they won't go exploring out in the trees, less likely to stumble into the clearing and trigger the spell, I guess. That's all
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Do you
Okay.
want to leave like a sign that says like review best spot ever, 5 stars?
Comfortable rock to sit on near fire, nevermore.
Definitely dancing.
I mean, there is on the path. There is fairly regular rest stops, places.
Okay.
It's so commonly traveled that you are a day and a half out of any major settlement, and you are almost exactly halfway between Winnowing Reach and Aldaheart. Faster caravans would take 4 days. Everybody else would take 3 or even 2. People would probably not normally be stopping here. This is a halfway point, so they would be
Beautiful.
halfway through their travels. If they were stopping, it would be just for lunch. They wouldn't leave the path to do that.
Alright,
The
sweet.
likelihood
Alright,
of
not too
somebody
much
going
to
that
fuss.
way,
Yeah.
it's an awful lot of fuss for a
We'll bring it to the
relatively
attention of the people in Aldaheart that there is this out there. All right, onwards we go.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so she
With
says,
a short
well,
rest, of course.
yeah, we go. Shall we have a spot of lunch, or do you want to move on a little bit before we do that?
We'll have a little bit of food. Bit of food and rest.
Cool. You have a short rest, and we will have a short rest. We will have a quick break, and we will return in 5 to 10. We'll just refresh ourselves, chat, and we shall come back. Yeah, we'll never more ever cast Fireball again. Probably not.
Hell no.
Will Helvig ever cast his Eldritch Blast ever again? Who knows?
Oh, yes.
I mean, he's a warlock. What else point is there in him?
Blast.
Cool. Yeah, we will see you shortly, chat. We shall return in 5 to 10. Bye-y byes.
Boys.
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 We at Roll for Damage are proudly sponsored by Node 1 Internet, WA's fastest internet service provider. Node 1 are WA based and have won awards for their speed and reliability. Their sales and support staff are local and friendly people. They have a range of plans to suit anyone's needs. I use their home ultra-fast plan to make sure our streams are always top quality, and since making the switch I have had no downtime. I cannot speak highly enough about them. If you want super fast internet at your home or office, head over to node1.com.au and use the code DMGE at the checkout to get 1 month free when signing up. I'm Vegemite Dangerous. Thank you for listening.
Penis. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Humblewood. We are back from our little break. We had some fun before. I managed to kill, or almost kill, my first player of the campaign. That was fun. My first knockout. That was good. I'm happy. I'm a happy
Woo.
Josh. The squishy wizard. The squishy wizard with an optional AC of 19, so it wasn't that easy. Yeah. So, before we left, our party had a little interaction with some. Jude, would you like to recap the first half of the thing? Because it's fun when you do that.
Dude heard some music.
That's
So
true.
Dude went into the forest, and there was like some boom boom going on, and so Dude did some dancing with some small little red creature thingies that were kind of magma-esque, and it was a really good time until Jude realized that Nevermore was on fire, and then it was kind of more serious. So Jude didn't dance, but fight dance. And then everything was kind of a blur. Did we kill them? I think we killed them.
We killed him real good.
Yeah,
And then we made a really good sign to stop people from going there again.
that is also true. Yeah, that's what happened before the break. And then you went back to the road, you met Eliza, and you're like, okay, let's keep going. You have had a short rest. But
We decided we were going to go back there and just farm them for XP. Just summon
we
another
are
one,
doing-
kill it. Summon another one, kill it.
You're not doing XP-based experience. Not having you get to Aldaheart at level 5. It's like, we are ready.
Where?
We are here to stamp out your small bandit problem. Hank Nevermore. Okay.
We'll tear them apart.
So,
Him.
yeah, you continue traveling throughout the rest of the day. Nothing further interesting happens. Nevermore and I'm going to say Helvig as well. Throughout, this is just for my own sort of. I'm curious. Can I get a pair of Nevermore for you? It would be Arcana, and for Helvig it would be a Wisdom check.
A 16 on Arcana for me.
18 for me.
for Helvig or a crit. Oh, both are good. Yeah. Throughout the course of the day, Helvig, mid-afternoon, you look up at the sky, you're looking at the clouds, you're thinking, it's a nice day, and there is no fire. And you see the rune in the clouds.
Why did I just have to think there was no fire? Like, I could have just thought, like, it's a nice day, and maybe
Yeah.
I don't. Oh.
Nevermore, you, towards the evening, when you guys are making camp, it just sort of out of the corner of your eye, you catch a familiar shape in the branches of one of the trees. But when you look carefully, it's not there. It's like
I'm
like,
seeing shit.
when you look at a neon sign,
Yeah.
and then you look away from it, it's sort of an imprint on your retina. Just very briefly, it's like that.
Okay, and am I able to pick what that imprint might be?
It's the rune. It's the rune.
Oh,
It is
okay.
and it's important to note, it is the core rune. It is not the improved rune that Helvig did. It's just the
It's just the original rune,
Yeah.
not the.
just Furus,
Okay.
not Furus Ra.
Yes, I just saw that rune again. That one that we encountered out in the glade.
The magic one?
Yes, and I saw it. I
Me
You don't
think.
have
too.
the urge to dance, do you?
No, thank fuck.
I
haven't seen you dance.
Is it the problem?
You haven't seen me dance before. Do you want to know why you haven't seen me dance?
Tell us.
Is it because you're really good at dancing and then you're just modest?
Correct. And I'm more of a ballroom dancer myself, as opposed to getting up in a tavern and kind of thing.
I've never
No.
been in a
Here I
ballroom.
thought we were going to find something that Nevermore was bad at, but life just keeps disappointing me.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but I am pretty brilliant at a number of things.
Eliza, with a smile. Eliza is unpacking, is rearranging her cart. Nevermore has his back to her at the time. However, the rest of you can see her, and you see her turn with a smile on her face. Her cat-like face is grinning from ear to ear. The whiskers have lifted up to a very Cheshire Cat style grin. More teeth than you thought she had, as she removes from her cart a small set of drums and puts them down on her knees and starts beating out a small tune on the drums. It is
Wonderful.
It is a stately waltz.
Wonderful. Excellent idea, Eliza. Show us your skills, please, Nevermore. I want to...
Yeah.
Jude?
Okay.
And I'll kind of crouch down. I'll hold my hand down.
I put my feet on his feet and I hold his hand.
Yeah.
His wing.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'll just kind of lean down and just give a little swirl, spin you around off my feet. Ta-da!
If this is a different kind of game, I would have you roll performance checks, but I'm not going to. The way you described it was just perfect. Just perfect. Absolutely
1,
nailed
2,
it.
3. 1, 2.
Beautiful.
amazing.
Absolutely beautiful.
You guys can decide for your own selves if that was good. I think it was excellent. Eliza goes, that was very nice. I enjoyed. I have not played in a while.
Couldn't have done it without Jude.
There is much.
Best dancing partner.
There is much many of us could not do without Jude.
I get a bit teary, but I'm trying not to show it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's resting time, yes?
Yeah. The night passes uneventfully. And the following day, Eliza actually wakes you up. Sort of breakfast is already prepared when you wake up.
Lick Nevermore's forehead.
She has done her normal thing of, so I will take the first watch. She takes the first watch, wakes somebody else up, and goes, like, out like a light. And,
Wow.
yeah, she took the last watch in the morning, and she wakens you all up with breakfast. And says,
And a wet forehead. Yeah.
she was like,
Morning.
I'm sorry, I should have woken you before Jude. I apologize.
I'm getting used to it now.
Ready. And it is a hearty breakfast. She has prepared a sort of the full Illyrian. Bacon, eggs, sausages, that sort of thing.
Is eggs cannibalism?
That is a good question.
No.
Just
No.
like,
Got egg there.
is there bacon? Are there pig people?
Yes.
Are
I'm
we
gonna
eating
say-
pig people?
No, you're not eating pig people. No, actually, the bacon is strips of a very fatty giant caterpillar.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, that's fun.
Most of the meat products in the Humblewood come from domesticated giant insect livestock.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that for
yes.
us.
In fact, and if I refer to a horse in this setting, it'll actually probably be more likely a stag beetle. Like that's the sort of the whole thing. It's only established
stop.
quite late in the campaign, but yeah, all of the livestock are insects, which kind of makes sense because bird people.
True.
You're like, yeah. It's very rarely referenced, but yeah, that I was just like, would there be? And I was like, no, I've just read this in another campaign I'm running. Yeah, it's all giant insects. So yeah, this would be streaky back bug bacon.
Streaky back bug bacon. Whew.
And
Hot
it's delicious.
damn.
And the eggs would be fish roe. Why not? Let's do that.
Caviar.
but fried.
Okay.
Eliza does it. It's super nice, and she's like, "Come on, then. We are wanting to go. I'm wanting to get there before evening."
That's
and
understandable.
She establishes a pretty rapid pace. It's almost a forced march. She's like, "Come on, I'm wanting to get there today. No more of this stopping and dancing with the fire."
Aw.
Are you
I like
jealous
that.
because you didn't get to dance in the exploding pit of death?
No, not particularly. I feel
Helvig,
like
that was a little bitter.
I hated that thing.
Okay.
you don't. It's worth noting. Can I get same deal again? Nevermore and Helvig, a wisdom and an arcana.
It's the boys.
The boys.
The boy. 21.
15.
Yeah. Helvig, I want to be curious. I'm curious here. Do you, in an average day, Helvig, how many times do you use a cantrip?
Cantrip?
Hmm.
At least once.
Like how-
Druidcraft at the beginning of the day to be like, tell me what it's like.
Oh,
the
so you
weather.
know the weather.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
At least once. Per
At
day.
least once. But like, is there any of your cantrips that you would commonly use? And I know, like, because I know the answer for Nevermore already. He is preening on a fairly regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Would you know that? Would you use any of your cantrips in an offhand fashion?
Yeah,
Hmm?
I think so. Especially when I'm gonna like chat with some insects.
Yeah.
I probably use like druidcraft in an offhand fashion to be like have some nectar for them.
Sure. Yeah, love it. Cool. I'm going to say Nevermore. You do not consciously notice the rune again today. It seems to have,
Thank the Lord.
it's I almost, unless you are, the trick is you get the distinctive, you are probably trying to not think about it. You're like, I don't want to. So you manage to stop your brain from looking for that shape.
Sure.
Is correct. It's sort of like it's sort of like your brain is trapped and pattern.
Oh, you've just gone robotic. Hang on.
Oh,
Whoop. And say
Thank you.
something.
there we go. Am I back?
There we go. We're back.
Yes.
Wonderful.
You know what it is? My partner just got home, and she's
Ah.
probably online.
I see. Using all the interwebs.
Being
Um,
supportive.
Redeemed to name the NPC.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who got that?
Oh goodness.
Who did that? Was that Veg? Oh, good. I am curious. All right. I'm excited to know who this is going to be. Because I can work this in pretty quick, I think. So, yeah. But on the other hand, Helvig, you, early morning, just after you guys start setting out, you bend over to interact with the VEG, the notorious VEG. You bend over to interact with a couple of little insects, and you pick a small posy of daisies. And when you're holding them, you druid craft them out to be sort of luscious and full of nectar.
Yeah.
And you hold them out to attract the little bugs over. And in the way the stalks interact, you spot that symbol again, that rune again.
Jude's fascinated, obviously.
I look away first and then look back.
It is not there anymore. It's gone.
I shake my head like must be my imagination. And then I go ahead and coax them to get some nectar and come hang out with me.
Sure. As one of them is running around on your palm, that its legs form the same shape, just very briefly. And towards late afternoon, you're getting to about sort of 3 in the afternoon. The rest of the day passes without much risk of any conflagration. You are just reaching the top of a tall hill. It wouldn't qualify as a mountain by any stretch, but it's a decent hill. You've been laboring your way up the side of it for about half an hour. When Eliza gets to the peak and abruptly puts her cart, so she's been pulling the cart up the hill, and she sort of puts it down and takes a breather and says, "Oh, well, there it is. We finally arrived." And she gestures ahead of her, and spread out before you is an enormous tree. Smaller, it's taller than a small mountain itself. So large, its branches block out the sunlight for at least a mile. She gestures upwards to a network of platforms and bridges in the canopy above. It's only been obscured by the hill that you've been climbing. By the sheer distance, you are still away from it. You're probably a good hour's walk from the base of this tree, but you'd only just now glimpsed it. Yes, Helvig.
How rollable is this hill?
The path down towards it.
Yeah, is there like a grassy section off to the side that I can potentially like?
It's fairly wooded, but you could probably get a couple of 100 meters of straight. On the road itself, the road is pretty much straight. It's fairly gentle slope.
Okay, I was like, is it rocky?
It's a little rocky. It is. It's not a dirt path, but it's not paved cobblestones or anything.
Do I see another hill? Is this the only hill for miles?
This is. You are on a big hill. You're on the last big hill before Aldaheart.
You're on the hill.
Do it.
Do it, Helvig.
I look so distressed at the top of this hill.
Helvig?
Serum 76 yells, "Your Uncle Sonic would do it." Chat seems very interested for this to happen.
Guys, I have the urge to just roll down this hill. I
Eliza-
haven't seen a hill this big in a long time, and I want to roll down it.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Follow your instincts.
About
I will
Jude
join you.
races you. Yes.
Join.
Okay.
You just used to be in kicked down things.
Do you want me to kick you down the hill, Jude? Or...
Yeah, sure.
Eliza
Like,
goes,
I was joking.
Oh,
maybe gently.
Yes.
you could lightly push.
We
Yeah.
will act it out. Are you ready? Come here.
So Helvig,
Are you ready,
I presume
Helvig?
You form yourself into a ball.
Yep.
No
And this
kidding.
All right.
might be the most
Trish-
efficient casting.
Trish, you
that I'll
kick
ever do.
Helvig, and I'll kick Jude.
And Eliza is sitting here. It's like,
Okay, great.
hey.
I trust you. I crawl into a ball.
All right.
Okay.
And 3. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and I nudge Jude on 2. 3.
Okay. Can I get athletics checks from Nevermore and Trish, and a dex save from Jude?
Please roll like super low. Uh-oh, what happened to my screen? Oh, where'd it go?
Oh my god.
Oh,
What the
Trish.
hell?
Natural 20?
Yeah. So
There we
what
go, I
happened-
got a 5.
Yeah. So despite Jude gets an early lead, but Helvig is in a perfect ball, and his spikes do an awful lot of cushioning of any particular sort of bits that he would hurt himself on. And Trish gives him a good old, not a boot. She doesn't catch him in his soft gap or anything, but she does. She levers him off down the hill, and he goes down at a decent clip. Jude is nowhere near as, I don't want to say aerodynamic, but
I could just imagine Jude hasn't even taken the armor or the swords off or anything like that. It's just like rolling the swords getting stuck on you and
Jude tries to roly-poly, and
Yeah.
it doesn't work. So then Jude goes laterally and rolls like this.
Jude gets a solid 50 feet down the hill.
Jesus.
Before running out of momentum and also stalling on a big rock. Helvig, however, just keeps going. It's like a pinball machine, just gently knocking down, bing, 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 bing. Helvig, you probably shave 10 minutes off your journey.
Yes.
She just keeps going, and you hear Eliza say, "Oh, he just keeps going, doesn't he?"
There's a trail of fireflies right behind.
Yeah.
Contrails.
Yeah.
Contrails of fireflies.
And you can hear this bling, bling, bling every time he hits.
Well, I
and
guess we have
Eliza
to walk
goes,
down.
Well, he's going to be dizzy, but he can wait for us at the bottom, yeah? And she hoiks her cart back up and keeps on plodding down. She says, at least
plod
down
along.
is just as hard as up. And oh, goodness. Okay. Because it's now weighing down on her. She's having to slow her cart's descent. Yeah, beware the wasps. Mind the big rocks. You catch up with Jude in under 30 seconds. But it takes you probably 10 minutes to catch up with Helvig, who is Helvig. Can I get a Constitution save?
And I'll prestidigitate Jude clean while we're walking along.
Yeah. Helvig, I feel like this is something you've done quite often.
Yes.
You aren't
normally
even,
I get stuck on things like the
you aren't
dirt
even
is
dizzy.
too soft, and I'll just pin myself, and I'm like,
Yeah. You get to a point where the slope isn't slopey anymore. You get to the bottom, and you're like, wow, I didn't have to walk down that hill. And you're not even dizzy.
Yeah, I lie down, and I'm like, star, like, yes.
For the win! Yeah.
Helvig!
So,
Thank you.
from there, you are sort of looking up, lying on the ground, and you can see the canopy of this tree spreading out. You're almost in its shade already, and you're still probably the best part of an hour's walk away. You've saved yourself a bit of time with your rolling, but if you're going to wait for your friends, you haven't saved that much time. It's impossible to gauge the age of the tree. In fact, looking at it, it wouldn't be unfair to guess that it has always been here, and the world grew around it rather than the other way around. While the wind moves the forest around it, the roots around its roots, the boughs of the tree are unstirred. As you move closer, and I'm going to say that everybody catches up, and you just keep heading in now.
Sure.
As you move closer, the signs of life there are everywhere. Thousands of lights shine from windows in the trunk. Whole communities cluster along branches. Lifts and platforms assist the movement of people and goods. The whole thing teems with riotous life. I think the only person who would likely have been here is Nevermore. I don't know if Trish would have ever been to Aldaheart.
No, I don't think so.
You might have seen it in the distance, because it's the sort of thing that you can see from a good long ways away, as long as it's not hiding behind a big hill. But yeah, on this side of the hill, you can see this place from 20, 30 miles away easily, as long as you're above the canopy of the trees. However, Helvig and Jude, you've never seen anything like this.
Isn't it such a beautiful sight?
This is more people in one place than every other person you guys have ever met together.
I've
That's
never been this close to it before.
that's a really, really big tree.
We just before we get any closer, we need to discuss something very important. We need to stay together when we're in there, because it's huge. There's people everywhere, and if we get distracted, turning and looking at Jude, we might get left behind, and then how are we going to find each other?
Exactly.
So I think we need to stick together while we're in there. It's probably safer that way.
Okay.
Jude used to have a little backpack with a rope tied to it that her brothers would hold on to when we went around the place.
Do you
Would
want to
that
tie a
help?
little rope to my backpack?
If you do, if you want to.
Well, I just don't want you getting lost, that's all.
Yes, Jude's brothers were worried she'd run away.
And Eliza pipes up with the justifiably so, in fairness to them.
Yes.
They gave you plenty of
Yes, you
reason.
can. Exactly.
Because then I did run away.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Not
Look.
that I can blame you. I want to be clear. I think you made the right choice, but they were correct in their assumption. We are horrible to this person. We should probably make sure she doesn't leave.
We have to head to. Let me see if I can recall the layout of Aldaheart in terms of where we're heading to inform the people of the fires.
You can. In fact, we have a picture of Aldaheart that Veg could put up in the chat. So he can, so everybody else can see exactly what I described in a sort of a briefly. If you're getting, and I'm hesitant to use this, but it's simplest verbal word picture. Have you seen Avatar?
Yep.
It's that
Immediately.
it's that tree, but actually cooler. There's significantly more detail to it. It's It's you can see in the little bubbles.
Goodness.
It's huge. It is a city that is also a tree. There is several distinct sections. You could have a campaign in there, the amount of detail there is. So you enter. Eliza guides you into a major thoroughfare up through the roots. She does offer a short length of rope to Nevermore. She's like, it probably won't. It wouldn't. It's not thick rope. It would, but it's like a decent quality string.
Good. Every now and then, I'll just a very gentle tug on the rope, just to kind of prompt you that we're heading this direction now. We'll check it out later, Jude. We'll look later. Yes.
Where you enter is the undercommons, which are it has the vague feeling of a slum. It's not super slummy where you come in because it's still a main thoroughfare, but you quickly find one of the primary staircases, Nevermore, and Eliza leads you all the way, and you ascend several levels.
Leg workout time.
Well, actually, you reach a platform that has several ropes tied to the edges, and you get on board, and Eliza tips the person operating it, and you ascend. You ascend high enough that your ears pop.
Whoa.
And you come out into what you think would probably be about 2/3 of the way up.
I will definitely hang on to the railing.
Yeah.
Yes. Is anybody scared of heights?
You come out.
I'm not scared of heights. Are you?
The lowest area of the canopy. It is filled with the bustle of city life. Buildings are located within the foliage, and crowded roadways are sculpted from giant branches. The roadways are all connected with rope and wooden bridges and carefully positioned platforms made of timber. Birdfolk guards, which are colloquially known as the Perch Guard, they all have a very distinctive uniform, which is a silver breastplate, and similar, actually, not unlike Jude's outfit. It's blue and yellow striped pantaloons. Can be seen keeping watch throughout the city. Laborers operate pulley systems much like the one you use to bring carts and other things up to the canopy platforms. Eliza says, well, this is where I leave you, I suppose. My sister, her shop, my sister left me her shop, which is up here in the canopy market. I believe it is called that way. The new title will be Eliza's Emporium. And
Come pay to visit.
Well, yes, you must, because I will give you 10% off for your assistance and your guiding and your looking after me and your companionship. Let us call it mates rates. Yeah.
Perfect.
If I don't have what you are looking for, I will know who will. So best of luck. I hope I am seeing you around. Yeah.
Dude gives her a hug.
She eagerly hugs Jude back. And she says, goodbye, my countrymen.
You have received Jude's third hug.
Oh, I am honored. And it doesn't have the feel of you are being tolerated. You are being. This is a genuine sort of. I am honored. I am honored and slightly saddened.
Group hug! And I'll drop down and wrap my arms around Jude.
Okay, let's do
Helvig's
it.
on the outside.
Yeah.
Probably what's the best.
Helvig's the last one to hug, for sure.
Yeah. Sure. So yeah, it's probably 4 p.m. Eliza takes her leave, and yeah, you are left in the Canopy Market, which is
Nevermore. They sell ocarinas.
they do indeed sell ocarinas.
I want one.
Let's go. Come on, let's get you an ocarina.
You can
I open
acquire...
my fat beak. Oh, we'll get you one when we get to Aldaheart. You warned me, Trish. You said shh. All
I
right,
did.
come on. Let's get you a shiny ocarina.
Yeah, you find an excellent ocarina. You find a stall that is selling all manner of musical instruments, overseen by a wizened string, who sort of peeks down her beak at you and says, "Yes? What do you seek?"
This little one here would like your most perfect Jabin ocarina.
An ocarina, you say? Very
Yes.
well. And she sort of there's a few other. There's a couple of harmonicas and a kazoo. And there's-
Kazoo, no. A vuvuzela?
yeah.
No.
There's also a very long. There's a long hollow tube made of wood, with intricate carvings of a snake that have been painted with sort of a colorful profusion of dots. The snake has sort of a rainbow pattern all the way up the long tube. Both ends are open, and one end has wax around what you would guess to be the mouth hole. But you also find a couple of ocarinas. And she holds one. One is made of a polished clamshell, sort of like, but a sealed one, and it's had the holes drilled in it. And it has a sort of a mother of pearl sheen to it. And the other is a snail shell. And it's sort of the sort of tiger's eye pattern, tiger stripy pattern. And she says, "These, I think, would be the 2 finest I possess." I'm
like
afraid the shinier one will be a little bit dearer, but both produce an excellent quality sound. I mean, Jude has her own money.
No.
Jude,
she does
which
not.
one? Jude, which one do you like?
The pretty one.
How much is the pretty one?
That'll be a gold piece, sir.
Okay. And I will reach into my coin purse and I'll hand a gold across. And I will look down at Jude and I'll place it in Jude's hand. There you go. There you go. There's your ocarina.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. You made my entire
Actually,
day.
do you sell earmuffs by chance?
She says, no, but I can recommend there is a shop 2 doors down over there.
I'll have to stop in quickly and get some.
I won't role play any further shopping.
Yeah, of course not.
But
Of course
if you
not,
want
yeah.
to, if you want to purchase, like it is fun. But if you want to purchase some earmuffs, if anybody wants to do any purchasing, you are very welcome to.
They have
Thank
parachutes.
you for letting me buy an ocarina.
They don't have parachutes, not sort of that sort
I
of
am
technology.
so dead.
Most bird folk can glide as well.
I'm just gonna stay away from the edge of anything.
If you express an interest in a parachute to a storekeeper or vendor,
Do they have
one
a
of
glider?
the hey,
Sorry, continue.
Would you do that?
Yes.
Would you ask? They
Yes.
would say, I'll say you ask the lady, the string, because I can't be bothered making up a new person. What is a parachute?
It like slows down you falling.
Well, I don't know anybody who would sell. You may be able to locate in a shop somewhere a ring of featherfall.
Thank you.
I'm afraid I cannot help you, but I assure in the great markets of Aldaheart, one can find almost anything.
That's all right. Thank you so much for
You're
the
welcome.
tip. I will tip them because I'm a silver piece.
And she says, "Oh, that's very kind of you." Yeah. It's worth noting the council probably runs to normal working hours, business hours.
What's the time now?
It is about 4:15.
We'll definitely start heading towards that place.
Like fire and death.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Fire and death, let's go.
Take us.
Jude, now that Jude has an ocarina, Jude is very determined to finish her goal.
Yeah.
She's gonna march onwards
To irritate.
because of the rope.
And it's me just like holding onto the rope as you're leading me along.
It's like when I used to walk my dog and he didn't understand how leads work. So he's like, why
I'm
can I
gonna
not
trail-
move as much as I want? Okay. Yeah. So you sorry, Trish?
As we walk, I'm gonna trail behind these weirdos so people don't know that I'm with them.
Okay. Yeah. Can you make me I guess this would probably be stealth.
Okay.
Not a particularly high. It's not a particularly high roll. I
It's
just
betrayal.
What a
I'm
sight!
at the
What a
This
sight
is
it
my
would
spot.
be! What a sight it
my
would be!
spot.
Honestly,
it's
this
not even like it's
Corvum leading along a little Gerbine playing an ocarina, and I'm just like holding a
it looks not unlike Nevermore. You've taken your adopted daughter for a walk. With your heterosexual life boy next to
boys.
you, and then there is not any distance from you, just walking in the same direction, heading the same place, but completely doesn't know you at all. There is a Mapach lady who is just minding her own business, and does not appear to know you guys, but it's one of those awkward situations where you say bye then to a total random passerby, and then you happen to continue going in the same direction for several hundred meters. You're like, well, this is awkward, but just gonna have to ignore each other because we've already said goodbye.
You try to pick up the
so
pace
is
just a little bit.
Yeah.
There's now a significant gap between Jude and Nevermore and myself, who would normally be at the back.
No, I'd say you're probably keeping up unless you want to make there be a significant gap.
No, that's okay. I don't want to get lost when just suddenly a wave of people and I'm like, where'd they go?
But we will make our way towards where I recall the what's the actual place called that we're heading to? Sorry.
The council chambers of the birdfolk is a huge dome structure rising up through the foliage in the top canopy area of the let me remember what it's called.
Number 1 on the map.
It is number 1. I'm just trying to find the bit because I cunningly didn't actually write it down.
Play that song again,
the
Jude.
Council Plaza. You can actually see the picture of it in that picture. It is that top number, and it is in the center of that top bubble in the Council Plaza. You can see it there. The building is cradled into the natural curve of Aldaheart's giant trunk. It is a large platform has been built around it. It's quite an imposing structure, actually, connected to the branch roads that run throughout the city, which you can see there. It is adorned with brightly colored banners displaying the crests of all the major settlements of the wood as well. So you recognize the village of Meadowfen. You also recognize Winnowing Reaches major banners there. Meadowfens is smaller than most of the others. But, it's like it has a position of lower, and like it's not a major town. You're not surprised by this. It's not a slight. It's just not a particularly large or important town. There are two guards resplendent in armor, standing watch at the entrance, turning away pretty much everybody, actually. And a throng of people mill about nearby.
Excuse us.
Hello.
We walk up to a guard.
Yes,
You're
What?
muted.
the council is closing its session. You'll have to come back tomorrow like all the other petitioners. Thank
We
you.
Urgent news. For
What?
the council, we have been sent with urgent news. Death and fire.
Death and fire, yes. It's
Death
very,
and fire,
very urgent.
yes.
I'll reach into my cloak and start unfastening the watertight scroll case as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
It says, do you have a particular summons or something, or you just bring
Yes.
word of death and fire?
Yeah, wait a
We have
sec.
the summons.
And I'll unfurl it in front of them.
And it is snatched from your hand. Let me see that. After giving it a very thorough read through, the guard moves to the side, stiffens her back, and gestures to the door. Yes, all right, fine. Look, I'll see if the council will receive you, all right? Just wait here. Wait until you're summoned.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Will we be
bustled-
getting that scroll back, actually?
It's like, do you need it? This is a letter of introduction to the council. I need to
Fine,
show it.
whatever. Okay, yes.
She goes in, and after what seems like an eternity, she does not reappear, but another guard comes out. This one, the first was a raptor, the second is a gallus, comes out. They're in the same guard uniform, but this one has the look of a clerk. Sort of somebody who is nominally in the military, but doesn't do a huge amount of fighting. Where the two at the door look like they could eat stones for breakfast, this one looks like they've only ever passed stones the other way.
Cheapers.
Oof.
Sorry, that one came to me somewhat organically. I don't know where really that was. Yeah. So after waiting for what feels like an eternity, the guard comes in and says, the party from Winnowing Reach from Meadowfen via Winnowing Reach.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyone?
Be us.
Yes.
Yes. There is another group that also raised their hands. But when you guys actually say, no, it's us, and they go, oh, damn it. And you can tell that they were just trying to jump on your spot. As you pass
Lying
through,
is bad.
as you pass
I'm
through the
watching
double
you.
doors to the council chambers, you see a group of 5 stately birdfolk arranged across elevated seats. Each council member has a tall podium in front of them, rising to just above their waist. A sheaf of papers is ordered neatly upon each podium. A circular aperture in the center of the ceiling allows sunlight to shine in, and a wise-looking bright gallus raises a talon in greeting and addresses your party. You now stand in the presence of the Birdfolk Council. I am Beta, the council's speaker. Please state your case. And Vetch, can we get the picture of Beta up on the chat as well, please?
Whoa. Peacock.
Whoa.
Whoa. Fancy.
Yeah, she is
I
that's
will
what a
run
bright
drop
gallus
money.
looks like.
into my most elaborate formal bow that any of the party has seen me do so far. And I will step forward. We are so very honored to be allowed into your presence. We understand that it is the end of the day, but it is quite urgent that we speak to you and inform you of what is happening. Fire and death and all of that. The Scorched Grove fires have begun to spread once more, and unfortunately, Ash Barrow is gone. It has been razed to the ground by the fires.
At this, when you first began, they all 5 of them, they've been at work all day. They look bored. The obsequiousness of your response, whilst appropriate, is they're like, yes, all right, yes. Fire and Death gets a little twitch from a couple of them, and sort of like, oh dear. Round death? Oh, only the third time today. But then you say that Ash Barrow is gone. There is a collective. And one of them raises a claw. This is a raptor woman. And each of them have a nameplate in front of their podium. This one's name, it says Larimar. Exactly what do you mean by gone?
As in, razed to the ground, unfortunately. Fire swept through and, as far as we've been informed, has destroyed the town, the settlement.
Then there is a Hoodengallus in the robes of a cleric next to her. Says, impossible. The Scorched Grove hasn't expanded for hundreds of years. You must be mistaken. Surely a runaway bushfire, something benign.
No, fire and death.
We were sent all the way here quite urgently by the mayor of, the town elder, of Meadowfen.
Elder Arden.
And yes, it is unfortunately true. And on top of that, we've also found on our travels a couple other little startling things, such as some more fires a little bit closer to home, brought on by a magical... Well, I wasn't quite able to determine exactly what it was, but there was quite the potential for fires to be quite a bit closer to Aldaheart. So, yes, things are happening.
There is an elderly strig at the far end whose nameplate says Mentax, who says, what exactly is it that you have come to achieve, then, Nevermore, son of Lazarus?
Oh! I can't believe I hadn't even mentioned. Yes, son of Lazarus, that's right.
I elbow Trish
your
like,
father is
oh my
well
god.
known, and you bear the family resemblance. Come, boy, what is it you actually want us to do?
Something about it, I assume.
What did Elder Ardwin tell you she needed from us? Bringing word of a catastrophe is noble and well done, but what exactly is it that you intend us to do about it?
Do you not have, like, bushfire procedures in place, or...
Maybe some wizards who know fire putting out spells?
water spells?
If you say it is the Scorched Grove, then wizards are a temporary measure. The tenders are already on the matter of sorting out the Scorched Grove or maintaining its borders. The term tender is something that Nevermore would certainly be familiar with. Tenders are an order of monks and druids and wizards who are trained to keep the Scorched Grove dormant, basically. Trish, you would also have heard of them, but probably not be overly familiar with their methods. You probably see them on the roads. They tend to be sort of itinerant hermits and things like that. They live in and around the Scorched Grove, though there is a training temple here in Aldaheart for them. He says, beyond that, I could understand if you would... at this point, Vizcar, the one who has yet to speak, a serene-looking male luma, says, I thank you, brothers and sisters, for bringing this matter to our attention. But there is little we can do while the bandit threat remains. I would assume the Elder of Meadowfen intends for us to send aid to assist the refugees and so forth, but there is only so much even the great city of Aldaheart can achieve. Larimar then butts in. Exactly. We must look to our own borders before we can help others. And then the cleric, Sobel, says, nonsense. It is our duty under the gaze of the Amaranthine to do all that we can to aid those in need. And then it comes back to Mentax, the elderly Strig. True, my friend, but we must not resort to folly in these dangerous times. The Amaranthines would want our help to actually matter, surely. A good deed is worthless if it achieves nothing. The matter is not so simple.
Is there any way that we can
Bitter
help?
looks to Jude. You have something to add?
Excuse me. I'm Jude. Is there anything that we could do?
Well, as my colleagues have mentioned already, the main issue is the bandit threat. Sending a convoy of supplies and medical workers, wizards and so forth to assist with the putting out of the fires and the looking after the wounded and the sick, it's all well and good. But if that convoy is going to get attacked by bandits, no point sending it. We are trying to do what we can. We are the Birdfolk Council. We aren't inactive in this. We are aware of the situation. We are actually already aware of the problems with the Grove. Although we hadn't realized it was quite this bad, and she looks around at the other members of the council who sort of, nod. Yeah, no, that's true. In terms of what you can do, I am afraid I don't know. What can you do?
We can take care of the bandits.
Well, that should be taken under advisement. Thank you very much for bringing this to our attention. If you would be kind enough to attend the council tomorrow, we shall deliberate this evening and provide you with guidance and what we intend, information on what we intend to achieve, and what potential help we could provide on the morrow.
Sounds entirely reasonable. We'll return then.
Did they seem to be complacent for their selfish gain?
Make me an insight check.
Insight. It's not rolling. Oh no. There we go.
There you go.
Oh no. I clicked.
Now it rolls like
clicked it
8
a bunch.
times.
That's 10.
It would seem so it's hard to tell, mainly because there's 5 of them and they are 5 different individuals. You definitely get the impression that they are not just sitting on their hands just doing nothing. They run, basically, between them, they are the president of the Humblewood. Their problems are many. You are aware that what they've said about the bandit threat is more than likely true. Trish, particularly, you would know, Trish, you know about Benaceridon. You know that the bandits have become significantly more coordinated of late. So there's that. Maybe the raptor woman, Larimar, you think possibly if any of them were a bit sus, it's her. I don't really want to. I don't think any of them are acting like they don't want to help. She is the only one who's like, what's one town? We need to look out for the whole thing, and we need to care for Aldaheart first. She seems to be the only one. The rest of them, you would say, probably have a fairly good and reasonable people. She seems to be, if you were looking for a racist on the board, it would be her. I'm not saying that she is, but she is the one who is most birdfolk centric.
Yep.
Got it. And Pauline.
Yeah, but yeah, Humblewood for the bird folk. You are ushered out of the Bergfolk Council chambers, and that is where we will leave the session for the day.
Ooh,
Good
wonderful.
job, guys. Good job.
Oh,
Now, we are going to do our favorite moments, but I'm gonna try a third method because we used to do just one favorite bit from everybody. I would like a favorite self bit and a favorite bit of everybody else. So everybody does 2 bits. There will be
Beautiful.
10 all up. And I'd love some favorite bits from the audience. Chat, can you tell me what your favorite bits are? Your favorite bits of the session. Yeah, and then we will go over to Veg for a raid. So, where am I at? Oh, that's right. We didn't do anything like as much as I intended. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming along and watching us. Thank you. I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Deck of Many and Node 1 Internet, for sponsoring the channel and sponsoring the Humblewood specifically. It's super great. We love having the support of our wonderful sponsors and our lovely people in Nevermore cursing about being on fire. Yeah, that was fun. So can I get Jude, first of all, what was your favorite self moment?
I am Jude.
The
I love
incredibly...
that I can now do that because I have an ocarina.
Good. So at level 4, Jude is going to multi-class into Bard, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Bardadins. Bardadins are fucking scary good. Helvig implementing Operation Sonic. And Jude, what was your favorite other people moment?
I think it was. Why am I still Jude? I think it was.
No escape.
I think it was Helvig rolling down the hill for shoresies.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Yeah, that was such a brilliant moment.
Real Trentos, the cute dance of Jude and Nevermore. Yeah, that was adorable. Dan, favorite self moment?
Me holding back using Expeditious Retreat while rolling down the hill. I don't think it would have worked, but no, rolling down the hill is really fun. Yeah, I was gonna be like the symbol with the shovel, but no, rolling down the hill, nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
For me anyway.
Cool.
no, they've switched spots.
Oh no.
That's all right.
Sorry.
The DM now.
I'm sorry. We'll just deal with it. I'll be Helvig for the rest of the day.
I'll just get you guys to roll initiative if you could. Thank you.
No, why have you done this?
We've given him the power, and he's getting used to being a DM because of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And your favorite everybody else moment, Helvig?
The sign. The sign.
Oh yeah.
the team effort for the sign.
Yeah, that was
fun.
That entire discussion was hilarious.
Yeah.
Right. Next would be Nevermore. What was your favorite?
It would be me. Favorite self moment is the absolute freak out over being on fire.
Yes.
And being so given that my spell book, I'll pluck my most pristine feathers, and the fact that my feathers are now burnt is going to drive me pretty mad for a little while. If anything, tonight I would find somebody to try and heal my feathers or something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Or just get I don't know. Do you get feathers? Get a haircut? I don't know.
You can.
Growth oil?
Sure. Something. Something to beautify me. But that was probably my favorite self moment. And then my other favorite moments would have been, yes, I agree, the dancing. That was cute as heck. And just like the fact that I got kind of pushed into doing the dancing by Eliza just pulling out the drums and being like, oh, okay. So that was it. And of course, yeah, Sonic rolling down the hill and Jude getting kicked down and just kind of rolling over the weapons. So.
I think adding to your favorite self moment, it was actually this sulk afterwards. I really loved the sulk afterwards. That was so. It was because there was a lot of character behind it, and it demonstrated a lot of your character really nicely. Yeah. We left Trish. Favorite self moment.
Favorite self moment. I got some good kills in today, and that
Yeah, you
felt
did.
satisfying. I killed 2 of those fire things.
Jude still
Felt
hasn't
good.
killed anything.
That's incredible. That's insane.
That's still happening.
You were 1 point off as well.
Oh,
The final one was on 1 hit point after you hit him.
Oh.
And favorite everybody else moment, Trish?
a favorite everybody else moment. I liked how you just rolled with the punches with the weird stuff Helvig was doing with the runes and trying to figure things out. And you were just like, yep, just doing stuff. Roll with the punches. That's good. I like it.
I really enjoyed, I think my favorite self moment would come on from that. So I basically made up all of the rune stuff on the fly today.
Oh, jeez.
That was because you guys got way more into that encounter than I intended you to. I wrote some broad rules about exactly how it would work. And I assumed Jude would do something.
You
If I want somebody to provoke, if someone to reliably provoke weirdness in encounters, I got Jude. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah, that was lovely.
I want to stab with a spell. That's right.
Yeah.
And my favorite everybody else moment, I really did enjoy. It's always the downtime moments. It's always those little bits in between the major story moments that show that your characters are real people. Those are always lovely. And this app had solid ones from all of you. That was really cool. We had a Jude with the ocarina. Jude and Nevermore is an adorable relationship. Because Jude is an adult.
Technically. Just an adult.
And yeah, Trish is, I'm going to walk with them, but not with them. It's like, I don't know these people. We're just going in the same direction. Was I feel very much the way Trish lived a lot of her life before this. And Helvig's, I really liked your little thing with the bugs. Like he would just do that sometimes. That was really nice. Oh, I actually have two favorite self moments because I also had the realization about what bacon would be.
That's good.
Yeah.
What was it? The caterpillar.
Are they pig people?
Big caterpillar.
Yeah. It was streaky back bug bacon.
That was it. Streaky back
was it.
bug bacon.
God.
That needs a shirt.
I mean, I need that. Streaky back
Hashtag
bug
streaky
bacon.
back bug bacon.
It's long hashed.
I'm gonna make a note of that. That'll be next week's title.
That's right. And fried fish eggs. Fried caviar.
Fried fish eggs and streaky back bug bacon.
Ugh.
Breakfast of champions. What do we got from chat? We have the cute dance with Nevermore and Jude. That was lovely. Nevermore cursing about being on fire. Foxtrot Froey. Helvig zooming down a hill was pretty great, as was Nevermore buying Jude an ocarina. My favorite bit about that was that he knew this was going to piss him off. He's like, shit. And he's like, I did open my fat mouth. Jude dancing, Helvig. Yeah, honestly, true props to AJ there. AJ committed hard. She danced for 14 minutes.
Dancing, yeah.
Sitting down dancing, but still dancing. It's still like, I would have
This arm work.
I would have said, assume that the character continues doing it, but AJ leaned into that. AJ's voice is so weird as a viewer, as you are either American or Russian all of the time for us.
Why not both?
It's in my experience, it's weird pseudo-Russian most of the time for me. And her normal accent ain't American.
Well,
I
that's
tried
the
to fix
that's
it, but
Toby.
made another one.
That's
That's
Toby.
Toby
Yeah.
on Wednesdays, isn't
Oh,
it?
okay. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jude, I dance with sword. From Firewing Mamba. Nevermore burning Trish separation. Yeah. Favorite Helvig. I tried to fix it, but I made another one and yeeting the shovel. Yeah, that whole thing was fun. I really love making up really screwy mental images that sort of muck with my player's perception.
We're Cthulhu
Character
now.
interactions between you guys make the show feel special. Dead set. Foxtrot Philly is completely correct there. Favorite chat moment. Instagram hail question leads to chat discussion, leads to Helvig moment. That was awesome. Favorite chat moment. Yes. Excellent. So much commitment. Yeah. Excellent.
I was like, I saw that in chat. I was like, roll down the hill, and I was like, ugh, there is a hill right here.
So
It's canon when you do the Instagram takeovers, which by the way, everyone will have a chance to do one. So next week will be Trish.
I will do one as Eliza.
Yes, yeah. But
Okay.
when you do it, it becomes canon because when I did Jude's 2 weeks ago, all the things that were in there became canon. So
Yeah.
rolling down the hill became canon.
It's why it's actually important to ask actual questions as well. Like, we have a bit of fun with Helvig. He is the god of blood and death. But
I tried to skirt around it and being like, what would he actually answer if like he
if he wasn't in on the joke.
Yeah.
I asked, what did Helvig really want to do with his life? Like, what was his dream before he became the god of blood and death? And yeah, I don't know what he responded because I don't have Instagram. What was the response? I will look this up later, but I want to know.
What was the question?
What did Helvig want to do when he grows up? When he was a kid?
No, he didn't. His answer was, I didn't really think about the future much. Maybe just till the fields. Like he was living like moment to moment.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Serum. Yeah. We appreciate. Your face expression, D-Rab, when you saw the chat comment was fucking epic.
I'm glad you caught that because man, I felt it in my heart. I was like, there it is.
Yeah, it was great. I had a wonderful time. Thank you everybody so much for watching, everybody so much for playing. Thanks to Deck of Many for sponsoring. Thanks to producer Veg for his on-point music. Let's just say that, particularly when, I don't know if chat noticed, when Jude was the only person who could hear the dance music. When it was Jude's turn, we could hear dance music, and then we switched to battle music. Back
That's so
again.
cool.
Wow. It was nicely done.
I'll be going back and watching that for sure.
Yeah, it was on point. So if you've enjoyed the show, please follow us on Twitch. Please subscribe if you feel like it. Please go and subscribe to us over on YouTube, where you can see all of our previous episodes and all previous episodes of other Roll for Damage games. There is the game that I played with Nova One. That was fun. There is the games where AJ has played Toby in Cerberus Ascending. Mitch, have you done a game on Roll for Damage before?
No, I've not run a game on Roll for Damage before, but I will be running a game quite soon.
Ooh.
Maybe
Yeah.
not exactly. Yeah, we'll see.
You are welcome to stroke it in just a minute. Why don't we go and we'll do our goodbyes, and then I will invite Veg to take us on a raid. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I have been Josh the Pirate, your noble DM for this evening. If you like the sound of my voice, you can hear it on There Be Dragons, the podcast, where I play the evil and vengeful pirate Scan Feldspar, who isn't really evil at all. I'm just looking for new adjectives to use to describe him. And he has a little dragon called Rush who sits on his shoulder and breathes fire, and is very useful in combat at this point. And you can also find me on Game on Australia on Friday nights for our Eberron game, where I play Melchizedek. And Melchizedek looks like this. It's a mug. It's a mug of him. Yeah. That's me. And to my screen right is...
Hello.
Actually, that's all screwed up now.
Like,
to my screen right now.
Screen right's Jude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Three tries to Jude.
AJ.
AJ.
You're muted.
I am
There we
muted. I am no longer muted. Damn it, dude. Get out. Hi, I'm AJ. You can find me on Instagram where I keep you up to date with all the creative stuff I'm doing, including this show on Monday nights, Cerberus Ascending on Wednesday nights, and soon to be in less than 3 weeks, the Academy of Xandar, the campaign that I will be DMing. It is going to be freaking awesome. It is. Yeah, I'm not going to give too many details because I think a couple more things are leaking this week, so stay tuned. And that's me.
Love it. Fantastic. And to my screen left is...
Oh my god, that's me. Hi.
You have to check now, don't you? Yeah.
I know. I was like, wait, who is it? Who is it? It's me. Hi, I'm Dan. I don't have much of a social media presence. 'Cause most of what I do is in the for reals life, in the meat space, but I relate to all of you. I am a professional lurker. I am D-Reb in chat as well as in Roll for Damage's Discord, which you should just come out and hang and follow all of these guys because they're all lovely people. And I hope to see you guys again soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn straight. And where I normally sit, you will find...
That would be me. I am Big Viking Mitch, and you can find me over on Twitter where I just share random crap that interests me, basically. I play here on Roll for Damage in this campaign, but the exciting news is that this coming Saturday, I will be DMing on the PAX channel for Generosity. And I'll be DMing some Waterdeep Dragon Heist for a number of Twitch partners.
What?
So, yeah, pretty exciting news. It's going to be a whopping 8-hour stream. They wanted it to go longer, but nope. So 8 hours of Waterdeep Dragon Heist on Saturday is going to be happening on the PAX channel, so you can catch me on there as well. And you'll see that being, you'll see that going up on Twitter and social medias at some point. And yes, as you'll see in the chat there, the very incredible Vegemite Dangerous is going to be handling the producer stuff behind the scenes, which gives me a massive amount of comfort knowing
You
that
are
I've
in
got
solid hands.
I've got my boy Veg there. So
Yeah.
the boys.
Boys.
So yeah, stay tuned, and thank you.
And to his screen right is...
Hello, my name's Rachel Fukar. I live on the internet, specifically Twitter and Instagram at Rachel Fukar. Find me there. It's where I live. I also have a podcast called A Beginner's Guide to the Occult, which is fun, and I'm posting an episode tomorrow morning about chupacabras. So,
Yes!
I don't know. If you want to listen to that, you can do that.
If you want to find out what a chupacabra is.
Some sort of demon
That
dog?
sounds kind of yummy. Not gonna
I'll
lie.
tell you that chupacabra translates to goat sucker. So,
Goat sucker.
Oh my god.
goat sucker.
Doesn't love some goat sucking. Hashtag
Exactly.
goat sucker.
Let's not go back to
That's
weed
all of
slippery
them.
slope.
That's gonna be the
Presumably
next Steam game. It's
they
just gonna be a
suck.
game on Steam. Goat sucker.
They they suck the goats in the goat's soft gap, presumably.
No. No.
Well, ladies and gents, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all the bits, all the subs. Thank you for the 2 advantages you've given. Apparently, Mitch. But I'll take him back next turn, or I could use his nat 20 now. That would be great. Oh no, it's Helvig's nat 20.
Yeah, use
I will
Helvig's
now-
nat 20. Boom.
I will now
What?
hand us over to the wonderful producer Veg for a raid.
Hashtag goat soft gap site.
I saw
Let's
that.
not get
Serum,
anywhere
why?
near that hashtag serum.
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go. We will have that on the mug.
Yeah. We'll get that on the next lot of mugs.
Uh,
Hey guys, I'm producer Veg. What a fucking great night. What a great game. God, it's so good to be back. One thing I do want to point out is that this Saturday, along with Mitch's Waterdeep game with a bunch of partnered streamers over on the PAX Online stage. I don't know what stage it is yet, but we're going to find out. Keep an eye out on the socials, we'll post about it. But in the morning, 9:30 a.m., we have the very first launch of The Scales Above, which is Nova 1's campaign, and it is the first of the interview stages featuring Wonders and Blunders' own Mike Farty and Agent Number 1, as well as Shelby from Whistle While You Work.
Oh,
So join us Saturday morning for what is going to be possibly the most hectic interview that could possibly be, because Shelby is bringing her crew, which means that there is going to be like a lot of people around.
yeah.
So do join us if you are up early on a Saturday and you want something to watch, like a Saturday morning cartoon. Come and watch this, 'cause it's going to be super interesting. There's a cat who has one arm. It's going to be cool. Yeah, that's right. There's possibilities of losing arms in Nova's games and legs.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, what? Felix lost 3.
Yeah, 3 limbs, and he had one of them
3 limbs.
eaten by a friend.
Fortunately, he had a good friend who was a Bardadin who can grow them back for him.
I feel so sheltered in this Humblewood game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm genuinely a very nice DM, I promise.
He is nowhere near as malicious as others. Not even I am that malicious. I would say that.
Nova is
He's
it's fun
brutal.
but mean.
Oh yeah, it's brutal. That is the way we put it. But I digress.
Okay.
It is time for us to say goodbye. And as we do every time we say goodbye, we pass across our love to another fellow community member. Tonight, I have handpicked someone that I think is going to be a lot of fun to raid. So tonight we're going to go raid someone called Fufu303. That's spelled F-W-W. No, F-U-U-F-U-U. Fufu. It is their first affiliate stream, so we're jumping on the bandwagon real nice and early. We're going to get in there and spam the crap out of those follows. I mean, I want to see a follow train from here to tomorrow. So let's get in there. They're currently making some maps on a program called Dungeon Draft. Yeah, Dungeon Draft, which is a program that I often use. So jump in there, have a look at what they're doing, get chatting. They're an awesome D&D streamer, so we're gonna show them the love. Get your raid emotes ready, get your fingers on that follow button, and we will see you next week, same time, same bat channel, for another game of Humblewood. Say bye, guys.
Bye guys.
Boys.